Hold on now. Okay, go ahead.
You got me on camera.
Go ahead and tell the fucking story.
So,
She thinks she an expert on
do y'all watch
trans
y'all
people.
watch Transcendent? It's on Fuse. Please go see it.
I watched the episode.
So that's where your education is coming from?
No. I went and did some research.
Because she researched everything.
When they make when a man transitions to a woman, they split his penis, and I guess where your stimulation is, that's how they still keep that nerve. So that's why when they invert it in to make it look like a vagina, and they like somehow give it a clitoris and everything.
A what?
A clitoris. That's how.
Why you put all them syllables in clitoris?
Clitoris.
She clitoris. Don't you have one?
I do.
She talking about clitoris.
Anyway.
Clitoris.
So, women naturally lubricate themselves. It does come a time probably when you get, I don't know, older where lubrication becomes a problem. But when we get stimulated, we're going to lubricate.
Are you dry down there?
If the right person stimulates me, then not.
So are you naturally dry down there?
No. Anyway.
Because it didn't sound like it. It sounded like it was a little dry.
Shut up.
Because it sounded like you needed the right person to stimulate you.
So
You're
anyway.
a little dry tonight, baby.
She a little dry down there.
Fuck you.
It's a little ashy down there.
Anyway.
She got a little ashy cooch.
Anyway, so.
You need some chapstick for your cooch? You need some chapstick for your lips?
Not at all. Not at all.
For your lips.
You need some chapstick? You need some chapstick for them lips?
Anyway, so.
Here.
No, I'm good.
Only take the cap off.
I've been drinking water. I don't know where your lips been.
We're going to put it on there.
I don't know where your lips have
Girl,
been.
this might lighten up that cooch and make it younger.
Anyway.
It might make it younger.
It's supposed to be pink. Anyway.
She done lost her train of thought.
They're not.
Hopefully she
They are not naturally lubricated. I don't care because you're not a woman. And so they were saying that's why they have to use a lot of KY jelly. Because no matter what intercourse, it's still, the doctors can't create what I get. So, I mean, what I produce when the penis enters me. So.
Well, you don't get wet until the penis enters you?
I'm saying.
You should be more.
Cut me off! Cut me off! Cancel his podcast!
You should be moist before it hits.
No, and that's absolutely right. But what I'm saying is people that are actually transitioning.
Watch it. She's talking about transvestite. Don't make me gather you in here. I'm gonna teach you. Let me learn you.
And have actually transitioned. They were saying that they always do not have that natural lubrication like a natural born woman.
Now, what that got to do with me showing you the picture of Janet Mom?
I was saying that's scary because
because she was
like she looks just like a woman. So
yeah,
to me, I wonder like how that should be the real topic. How do you have that conversation when you look just like a woman? How do you have the conversation? And should you have the conversation?
So was she supposed to look like a man? Because she was.
No, I'm saying, what if a man is under the impression that you were naturally born, and that's what he wants, which is nothing wrong with that. So you, to me, are still giving a falsehood because you're naturally not like that. So my thing is, do you say off rip when someone is coming on to you like, hey, and they want your number? And
well, you said you like documentaries. You need to watch Paris is Burning. Have you ever seen Paris is Burning?
I've never seen it either, Tiffany.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. How have you never seen Netflix?
You asked me that all the time.
What's it about? I mean, I know it's about, obviously, but
it's a documentary. It was filmed from
Paris is Burning.
It was filmed between the years of like 83 and 85, I think. But it was a white girl named Jenny Livingston, and she filmed. It was for her. What's it called when you? It was for like a dissertation. It was like a program,
for school.
Right? And so she filmed the ball scene in New York City. It was filmed in Harlem, so it was like about the ball scene,
then,
right?
Wait, have we seen that? It's about voguing and stuff.
Yes. It's what?
It's
what?
About voguing and shit. I'm not messing with you.
Oh my God! But yeah, so like they have Paris is Burning. It's called Paris is Burning.
That. Because there's the show on there now about the great such and such some transgender, or I don't know.
Trans what?
Some trans guy recently died.
What's the word?
Anyway.
What's the word?
Gender.
She said.
I don't think he's all the way trans. I think he just dressed like. I think he was a cross dresser. I think he still was.
A cross dresser.
Well, that's what you are. If you are fully a man and you fully need to put on women's clothing on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Monday to Tuesday.
A cross dresser?
He's dressing. He's crossed what he really is. Anyway, have you guys? It's like they say that he killed himself, but then they were like it really was murder, and this was recently in New York, and they're like investigating it, but they had made a Netflix. I forgot it's on there. It's like on
No, girl, that ain't got nothing to do with what I was talking
But
about.
I think I have seen Paris is Burning.
You may have seen it. But no, in that documentary, they talked about the ball scene, but they also talked about.
I'm gonna check it out because I remember the ball scene, so maybe it's not the same thing.
They talked about the trans community as well and when to actually disclose. I mean, but there is no given time.
And what did they say? But what
did they say?
But what did they say? And what do you think?
Yeah.
Well, again, it's just
Seriously.
it varies from person to person. Some people.
Oh, you can put it on you.
Oh, it ain't on me. It's turned that way.
On me.
Yeah.
Oh, can we get it off of me, please?
Basically, they were saying that it depends. It varies from person to person.
But this is my question to you.
Are you gonna let me say, or are you gonna keep cutting me off,
Okay.
Wilma? She gonna ask me a question and keep diving in. What they were saying is each person was different. One girl tells right from the gate.
And you should.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. You know, blah blah blah. But there was a girl on there who she was sitting on a little trundle bed, just like this one I'm sitting here on, and she was telling her story about how she had met this guy. She didn't tell him that she was trans, and they got the making out and shit. And he put his hand down her pants.
So she went all the way change.
No, he felt her dick. He put his hand down her pants, and she had to jump out the window like he was going to try to.
See, no. My question is to the people that are out there all the way. Because to me, if you still have your parts, you definitely should tell off rip. And not saying someone says hello, but they're like, "Hey, can I have your number?"
So what you think they sort of say hi?
No.
They're like, "Hello." You're like, "Hey, I have a dick."
No, someone's no.
Venus extravaganza. So what ended up happening was she ended up getting killed.
And that's what I'm going with it.
And they stuffed her. They
situation.
stuffed her, and they said that she got killed in this little cheap motel.
And that's what I'm saying. My thing is, if you still have your parts, then definitely after that person asks for your number, either you turn them down, or if you do want their number, that's when you say, "Hey, by the way, this is what you're getting."
Well, listen, there's a.
My question is to people that.
Oh, I don't like talking to her.
My question is to people that their parts are gone. That's my question.
Well, if their parts are completely gone, then I mean.
What do you don't think they should say anything? How would you feel if a woman was in a man's body and she got hurt and so therefore you found him attractive, but it was really a woman.
But when we got undressed, she had a dick.
No, yeah.
Was she my?
No, she had what, like turned over, whatever you want to say.
She turned over.
Yes.
What the fuck is this? A pie? This an apple turnover? What she mean? She turned over.
She had transitioned. It was a woman that transitioned into a man. You didn't know at all. You met the person out and about. Should they tell you? They have a penis.
I think that you should disclose. You ain't.
When?
I mean, Janet Mock says she tells when she, when she first meets a person, before feelings start getting developed.
Like,
She's married now, though.
But to me, it's safe. Because to me, you're putting yourself in a situation like
Good
that
day,
person.
thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I am Craig, the writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version. Let me tell you about
Apartment B.
Ewing in here trying to read, talking about we should have cleaned up the room before we went live.
Excuse us. You're in our living room. You're in our bed. How is your house?
Ooh.
You're probably on the couch. Are you dressed? Are you naked?
So we in her house because that's why she getting all.
Read.
That's why she read. But when I did my play, there was a trans woman that was in my play, and at one point, she didn't have transportation to get to the rehearsals and stuff, right? So I picked her up a couple times. Why she had the trick? No, that's not where this story is going. No, she was not tricking.
Sorry, went too fast.
I went to pick her up one day, and I remember we were over in Decatur. She lived in Decatur, and I went and picked her up. And so we were at the gas station. I had to stop at the gas station. And over there off of Candler Road.
I can say you black Decatur or white Decatur.
Black Decatur.
Okay.
And I was over there on Candler Road, and I had stopped at the gas station. And so she was in the car. When I tell you these guys were at a light, like right beside the gas station, and she's beautiful. They were trying to get her attention. And I was like, Jasmine, they're trying to holler at you. She was, I didn't mean to say her name. But anyway, they were like, she was like, oh, child, I ain't paying them no mind. She said, I don't play with them. That's trade. She said, She said, them straight boys always trying to come on to me. She said, I don't do that. Because, see, she goes for gay boys. She likes gay boys. She don't like to have the conversation with
Which I understand.
a straight man. She don't want to have that.
Conversation. Because at the end of the day, think about it. Not saying...
Well, Janet Mock's husband is straight. I know, I didn't mean to say her name. Janet Mock's husband is straight.
But this is my thing. This is why it's life-threatening, because you're putting me in a situation where if I'm attracted to a woman and then I find out that you have certain parts and you're taking certain hormones to look that way, and you have not disclosed that. So now I put myself in, some people have sex on the first night and all kind of stuff, and it's like, you should have told me, because now that person's going to be feeling kind of weird about themselves.
So, Tiffany, if a woman was real, like, hard, like real virile, and then she becomes trans, and so now she's a man, right? And she has a penis, and let's say y'all hanging out, y'all dating, y'all done made out, y'all ain't had sex yet, but y'all done made out, y'all hanging out, you having a good time, you all giddy and shit, you grinning and carrying on every time you talk about him, and then 2 months into it, he, which was really born a she, says to you, yo, Tiff, so I just wanted to...
I would feel weird.
Wait a minute.
I would feel betrayed.
Wait. So wait a minute. You in love. You in love. No, she ain't lied. She didn't lie. She didn't lie because she didn't ask you and she didn't tell you. You didn't ask her and she didn't tell you. What I'm saying is,
she lied. She
no,
what? To be something that she's not.
No. She lives her life as a man. She's walking through the world. She navigates life as a man.
Tell me what your birth certificate tells you.
So, do the men that you meet now come and tell you that my birth certificate says that I'm a man? Do they say that?
I've seen baby pictures. I've met their...
Okay, she may show you some baby pictures. But she just looked like a little boy. All babies look the same when they babies.
I'm talking about toddler pictures, school pictures.
No. She ain't from here. So y'all met somewhere here. So she has no baby pictures. So...
I would feel betrayed. I really would.
That ain't my question, anxious Smurf. Let me finish. So what happens is 2 months in, 2.5 months in, you...
I would have fucked anyway. So my thing is...
Okay, well then she fucked you. Okay, she fucked you. All right, she fucked you. And it was the best sex. You done got wet and everything. And then y'all end up having a conversation. And she's like, yo, Tiff.
She's like, what?
Yo, Tiff. I got something I need to talk to you about.
This ain't my real voice.
No. This is her real voice. This is her real voice.
Nah.
But she giving. Yo, like my name Keisha. I was born. I was born. Yeah. So she born Keisha.
I be like Keisha.
But I mean
I ain't with you no more.
You all in love and everything.
She probably in love by then.
You in love. You in love. He got a great job.
She got a great job.
He got a great job. His name is Melvin now.
She can't give me no babies because her penis isn't real. Those aren't real.
You can have artificial insemination. You can marry a straight man, a man who was born a man and can't have kids. So then what?
I'm good.
You full of shit. He done already ate you out real good.
I'm good. The minute she stopped taking them pills, she gonna go right back.
Exactly. It's too late. You are in love. They said, I am dying. They said, it is too late. She in love and happy. Girl, you in love and you happy.
Yeah, you in love by
And he paying your... Look, he paying your... He helping you pay your bills and shit. He's very chivalrous. He's very chivalrous. You done already posted him all on your Instagram and on your Facebook.
Stop doing that.
Y'all done went to homecoming.
I don't go to homecoming.
Y'all done went to homecoming. But see, this is how you went. You went to homecoming because you want to show him off. He works out.
She married. She want to be married now.
Right now, you did. I mean, y'all have already started having conversations about spending your life, like getting engaged and shit. Y'all done looked at rings and shit.
Oh, Tiffany.
I can tell by them hands. I would have seen.
What you mean? You can tell by his hand?
Hands. They can't work on your hands, boo.
Let me tell you something. There are women who got some rough ass looking hands. And then when it comes to like Janet Mock, her hands don't look.
Pull up Janet Mock.
Pull her up. The one I just showed you. That started this whole conversation.
Let me see her because she still looks like a man to certain.
No, she doesn't. Shut the fuck up.
I'm getting my phone right now.
Go get your phone. She does not look like a man. You need to stop.
Pull her body all the way down with those skinny legs.
There's a picture on her Instagram where she's shut up, Tiffany. They saying hi, DT. I don't know why he trying to act like he don't want to be on here tonight. Yes, Janet is pure. She's Hawaiian. I just finished watching her. Look at Carolyn, tell me, but you still can tell. Y'all would not know that woman was born a man. No, you would not.
I'm about to pull her up.
No, you wouldn't. The only reason you know is because she's told the world.
Hold on, I'm getting some.
Let me see. Ain't no way in the world y'all would know that she was born a man. That's giving fish and pussy. Look at that. She giving pussy.
Comes fish pussy.
They talking about, oh Lord, because he ain't drunk. So, right, so he don't want to be on here because he ain't drunk. She giving woman. Ain't nothing about Carolyn. Ain't nothing about her that gives you man.
Nothing.
Don't even try it. What you looking for?
I was looking at pictures from tonight.
Pictures from tonight.
From Literacy Night.
Oh. Where your Instagram, Terrence?
Janet
I heard
Mock.
it. Yes, I'm about to show you some pictures. You full of shit. I'm trying to get back to what we were just talking about just now. So this man,
It's not happening.
Melvin.
I'm not fucking with her.
well, she done already fucked you.
I'm done.
She done already fucked you.
Oh my god.
And it is the best dick,
There's always better dick out there.
but it's even more than that. Tell me she ain't giving you, look at this.
This her husband.
Look at her. Where do you see a man at? She doesn't, thank you, Wisdom. She does not look like no man.
How
She
she
got-
sound?
She sounds like a
sound like
woman.
a woman.
She sounds like a woman. I just watched her. Look, here she is in a bathing suit. Look at that.
Let me see. Pull it back. Let me see.
Don't even try it.
It's her legs.
It's her legs, really? Let's see your legs.
Oh. You for real?
I just watched her on.
Oh Lord.
Hold on. Because I'm not fully dressed.
I don't care what you say. She giving you.
These are women legs.
They look like men legs. Them
No, they
hard-ass
don't.
cats.
No,
Okay.
they don't.
Them heavy
No, they
ass
don't.
ankles.
No,
Them
they
heavy ass
don't.
ankles.
Plenty of...
Now, girl, you look like you could have been a man.
Please. No.
Looking like some little short, stumpy man.
Please. I get many reviews with these legs. Spin it again.
Go put a pump on.
Just a second.
Let's sit. Just a second. She kills me. Look at this.
You might wanna put some
That's
oil
giving you.
on her.
That's giving you woman. Y'all need to stop. Y'all know that's giving you woman. Look at that. Y'all need to stop. I'm gonna tell you, she is not playing with y'all. But I watched her tonight on Wisdom. You liked her calves.
I know you did.
Wisdom, you liked her calves.
Thank you.
Look, come over here with that nude on. Come over here with that nude on. What was that little trot you just did?
What women do.
What you trying to say? She does too.
But it's natural.
Look, can you slide in a pair of jeans like Janet right here?
Oh, I
Oh,
can.
she's still trying to show you them.
Look. Can you slide in them jeans like that?
See, yeah.
That's
all
giving-
of this her face too much.
Oh, you need to stop. Oh, you hating. Cause she giving you straight pussy.
Please.
I'm gonna see if I can find a video where she's speaking.
This probably sounds real heavy.
She does not have a heavy voice, In fact, your voice has a little more timbre than hers. She has a real soft. She has a real light, fluffy. She has a real light, fluffy voice.
A little light beat.
Real light beat. Yes. She giving you this wavy hair because she's Hawaiian. I don't care what you talking about. What you looking for? Her pictures?
I'm getting the manly. Yeah, she got. This right here.
You ain't giving her no man. Let me see.
This right here. Craig's audience. This is her man face because they cannot shave off this. That is your skull bones.
That's your what?
This is her.
You are such a hater. I didn't know you were a hater.
I'm not.
I didn't know you were a hater. She talking about this picture right here.
She looks very strong. I'll give her that. They did excellent work. I would give her that.
You are no. She hasn't had any work done to her face.
And exactly, because they can't touch that. That's why I said that's the strongness right there.
Oh, you tried it. No, she has very.
That is why she always has a whole bunch of hair on her face, so it doesn't bring attention
No,
to
here's
that
a picture.
heaviness.
Here's a picture where her hair pulled back. What are you talking about? Oh, you a hater. Let me look. Here's a picture right here with her hair pulled back.
Yeah, you see more of that heaviness.
She like a woman.
She gives real slender woman.
She
gives Hawaiian fish.
What I would say is her job is excellent. It's very good.
You are such a hater.
Next subject.
Okay, you kill me.
So what do y'all think about Laverne? Is she sexy too?
Now Laverne looks a little strong in the
She looks
face.
very strong.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not being funny. I mean, she's not as soft in the face.
Well, she's a taller person.
What that got to do with her
looks like
height?
a man.
Let me see. You are such a hater. She does not. Let me see.
Terrence.
Ain't she hating hard? They say, oh, the hate is real.
Okay, so another.
And they saying she is drop dead gorgeous.
Okay.
She is.
Okay, I would say whoever did her work did a great job. But
She didn't have anything done to her face. What work?
whatever pills they got her, they did great with her body chemistry.
Girl, you want me to see if I can reach out to the gay community and see if we can figure out what kind of pill she got so you can soften up too?
Give me my phone.
You know the gay community is only 2 degrees of separation. I'm sure I know somebody that knows her. You want me to reach out to her and see what kind of pill she's taking so you can soften up your edges?
Please. No need.
Now Laverne Cox, that's Janet Mock, Crystal. Janet Mock. Look at she giving you fish right here. Look at that.
They're gonna end up being together.
Who?
Cyrus and this guy.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely they are, and he gonna help him become the president. Well, it's gonna be the end of the year, but look, she looks good right here. You are such a hater. Now Laverne is strong in the face. Now I'm gonna give you that.
Laverne is super. Yeah.
Look at this. She giving you pussy.
Where's her husband? Who's her husband?
I don't know who he is, but he was a straight man, and when they met, they were just friends for a while. And she started to develop feelings for him, and he was developing feelings for her, and she was afraid to tell him. And then she went on and told him, and he said, "That's fine. I'm in love with you." And that's what happened.
She talks.
Let me see. She does not sound like a man.
Listen. Hold on. That's not her.
Let me go to YouTube. Cause see, first of all, your phone is distorted. Like I don't.
You know she has a Metro PCS.
Okay, that phone is distorted, so that is not fair to Janet, and I'm not gonna let you do that
That's
to
why
her.
the pictures look like that on her phone.
Right.
I'm going back to my room.
With that hard looking phone.
I'm going back. I gotta take this abuse.
Where your
I'm going to
oh,
watch
here it
Paris
is.
is Burning. I have seen
Girl,
this.
really?
Cyrus.
Let me go over here. Let me find a real interview. Yeah, we watching Scandal. It's on. Let me find a real interview with her, cause you trying it.
He wants Cyrus.
Oh, here's an interview. She was on the she was on the Breakfast Club,
I'm pulling it up.
and she had her hair pulled back in a ponytail.
Okay, I see it right here.
Here it is. I got it right because
I'll
your phone is an unfair advantage because the speaker is broken. You can't really hear it. Turn that down. We're gonna go with this phone right here.
Special guest in the building, author Janet Mock.
Yep.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Nice to meet you.
No, that was Charlemagne.
Just so you know, because he is as well.
I know. This year,
He was on for weeks and weeks. There's a difference.
8 weeks in a
That's
row.
Janet.
Who's counting? I mean, come on.
That's major. That's hard to do.
Thank you. You gotta talk to the microphone.
Oh. There we go.
Very
Right, and so now you have this new book, Surpassing Certainty, which is, by the way, in my book club right now. Which
Thank
I've
you,
been
Angela.
reading. So let's get into some of Janet Mock's background.
Thank you, Angela.
And,
You are such a hater.
Because you're very honest about a lot
Listen.
of things that have happened in your life and how you grew up. So let's, get into what made you feel like this is your second book. What made you feel like you had to reveal your whole journey and share with people?
Volume 10.
Well, I think that when I was growing up, I didn't really have images of folk like me who were doing the work that I wanted to do ever since I was very young. I wanted to work in popular culture. I wanted to be a writer.
You're not
I
gonna
wanted
chime
to
in,
be a
Terrence.
journalist. And I didn't
First
really
of all,
Sound like.
she does.
So you not gonna chime in?
She does not. First of all, she does not sound like a man. And then you got to remember, this is early in the morning. This is the Breakfast Club. So this interview is at 7 in the morning. When I wake up, I sound like Barry White.
But after
If
you
she
say
sounds like
hello once, your voice comes down to the high pitch that it is.
first,
The high pitch that it is. Hey, girl, hey.
That was funny.
and speaking of Hey Girl Hey, when you gonna order your T-shirt? The link is up here for the Hey Girl Hey.
Pan over pan.
The link for the Hey Girl Hey T-shirts is up here.
Who's that calling you?
Hey.
Who was that? That is so horrible of you to try to act like, because whatever. Try to act like that woman sound like a man. Y'all need to cut it out. DT. Really? You acting like you shy now?
I am shy.
Yeah, she's a hater. Hey boo hey, she's a hater.
She is a hater.
Right, she waiting on a T-shirt, a free T-shirt. That don't make no sense. I can't believe that she just sat here and tried to play her. Laverne Cox doesn't even sound like a man. I don't think Laverne Cox sounds like a man. Some women have heavy voices. Like my friend, like Angela. Angela got a heavy voice, but you know it's a woman. Let me ask you, did you notice this about Scandal? Now, you've been watching this season. Do you notice that they've only been putting her in black and white? She's only worn black and white this entire season. I noticed that like the second or third episode. Every time she wears something, she has on black and white. I'm talking about Carrie.
That's because she's supposed to be dark, you know.
Right, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
torn between good and evil.
Della Reese sound like a man, exactly. Oh, Carolyn says she sound like a man too. So how you gonna chime in, Carolyn, and gonna say that the woman sound like a man? Really? Y'all just hating. Yeah, so they keeping her in black. She's in black and white the entire time. That's because DT hasn't had a cocktail. We just had some. Isabel Sanford is another heavy voiced woman.
Smell like whipped potato chips.
Toni Braxton has a heavy voice. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't try to turn this heater off. It's a little hot.
It's real hot.
This little trundle
And she
bed.
got her all his shoes and shit.
He got his bathrobe on. He got his little bathrobe on. I'm over here at Terrence and Tiffany's house. At their place. Cause we went and got some right, exactly, Natasha. Cause we just went to
You look so comfortable.
I am comfortable. We just went and got us some fried fish. Huh?
I said I would jump your little bones right now.
We just went and got us some fried fish and shrimp. Della Reese sounds like she smoked Newport's 100 in the box.
Silly.
Y'all a mess. Y'all are a mess. No, they got a little space heater. It was 70 degrees today, but it is a little chilly. Maya Angelou, she's another one that had a heavy, raspy voice.
And it kind of looked like a man.
Oh, Well, you know Maya was a...
lesbian.
Did y'all know that? Hey, girl, hey. Did y'all know that Maya Angelou was a lesbian? Did y'all know that?
Need a haircut.
I listened to this... Cicely Tyson don't really have a heavy voice.
She has a sweet voice.
She has a sweet voice.
Ruby D kind of had a heavy voice.
Ruby D, yeah, she got a heavy voice. She definitely does.
They had like a little power.
Right. What man would want who? Mary. They talking about Maya Angelou. Y'all didn't know Maya Angelou was a lesbian? Oh, y'all need to cut it out. Maya Angelou, yes.
Still I rise.
Still I rise.
You sound like her.
Still I rise.
Phenomenal woman. Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg's voice is a little rich too.
But Whoopi still sound like a woman to me.
Whoopi does sound like a woman. I always thought for years that Whoopi was a lesbian.
Nah, Whoopi like dick.
She does.
White dick, Asian dick, black dick.
Whoopi's so angry on The Voice, though. I mean, on
View.
The Voice, on The View. She need to go ahead and just check out, let this
she
be her
need to
last
check
year.
out.
Because she's so cantankerous. Oh,
Yeah,
my.
and then she be trying to go to war with my girl Sunny.
She does. But my thing is,
It's almost like Sunny don't know what to do.
yeah. But, you know, my thing is, I've noticed, too, since this white girl is on there. What's her name? Megan McCain. I feel like Whoopi is kind of like talking around her. Not like she's being extra nice to her.
I agree.
And I'm like, okay, maybe she's doing that because she's new. What's up, baby boy, Traquan? I feel like she's talking nice to her because she's new. But then I'm like, well, maybe she's talking nice to her because of who she is, because she's related to John McCain. But I'm ready for them to bump heads because...
Oh, yeah. I think... Never mind. I can't say that.
What?
I said I don't care what I feel about Megan McCain.
I mean, well, we can't say it on here? I mean... Whoopi Goldberg had a few white men. I don't like Megan McCain either. It's almost like she just can't
I don't
even...
think she even like black people. That's what I was going to say.
You don't?
I think her dad did. I don't think she did. There's something about her energy I just don't like. But I don't... That's what I say. I don't have no...
Right. Nothing substantial.
Yeah, that's what I want.
But no, I feel you though.
She's, you can tell she's mean.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like a
and
nice girl.
combative. Like, she looks like she likes... Like, arguing is a sport for her.
Yeah, Megan seems prejudiced. That's what he was saying. But you know, here's the other thing. I feel like I'm back to Maya Angelou being a lesbian. I was watching this. I was listening to this interview yesterday, and
He's actually handsome.
who?
Him, Putin.
Right, arguing is a sport. They say how you said arguing is a sport. This interview that I was listening to was with Bishop Yvette Flunder, and she was talking about how most of the, which I've already known, she was just saying how most of the most creative people in the world are gay or lesbian. And she went on, she said, so how could you even say, it was a conversation about homosexuality and whether or not it was right or wrong, da-da-da. And she was like, why would God bless us with such enormous talents if he hated gay people? And so the woman that was interviewing her was like, well, no, I'm not saying that I think he hates gay people. I'm just saying I believe that being homosexual is a sin, and she went into all this other stuff. So then Bishop Flunder was like, yeah, but the reality is, when you think about gospel music and you know, the whole Christianity, when you think about that, most of the songs were created by gay men or women. And she said, if you remove gay people and the contributions that we've made, there would be virtually no music there. I said, when she said that.
And entertainment industry.
And entertainment.
Makeup.
Right.
Hair.
Makeup, hairstylist, and just It was such a good interview. But Bianca. But I'm gonna really try to get an interview with Bishop Yvette Flunder because I want to talk to her. Because I'm gonna tell you, that was a good conversation. It was a really good conversation. Look, see, she got on black right there too. No, I don't think Maya Angelou or Oprah did it.
No.
No. I don't think they did it. But what I do
They
think,
had a lot of respect for each other.
I do too.
She was one of somebody.
She was our mentor. Here she come. Here she come. Tiffany? What you doing?
It's not like she mad.
My robe gonna get cold.
I thought. Look at her trying to pose. Did you
I'm about to watch Big Love.
What's Big
Have you
Love?
ever seen Big Love? Oh my god, it's an old show.
I've never even heard of
It's
it.
about polygamous and his where do they live?
No, you go in there and get caught up on your gay education. Go in there and watch Paris is Burning.
I've seen Paris is Burning.
No, you
it's
haven't.
not Logan. I think I saw it with Aaron one day. I swear, it's because it is old.
Well, who was
school.
Pepper LaBeija?
I don't know. But they were showing.
Who was Dory and Corey?
I don't remember that cast.
Venus Extravaganza.
But they would show them voguing, and it would be like crowded, and it's like,
Nope.
What were they doing?
How
What
was
were
it?
they doing?
wait,
What were they doing?
please, no.
Oh,
God.
girl, please.
Girl, bye. Why is your television so loud?
I know. Like, are you deaf? You got a miracle ear behind under that scarf?
You gotta show us all of that.
On this wagon I'm dragging.
Let me see. What gets me about Christians is they believe God is in control of everything except when it comes to the gays. That's crazy. Exactly. Oh, but Bishop Flunder was timing up for them. People are closer to the yes. Angels are asexual and gay folk are same sexual.
Hey, what's that
There is
subject? I'm
a
going back
talent
to
and
my
God has called them to his. Listen, I did a gay cruise a couple years ago. It was
How
called.
was that?
I was booked as talent. Okay.
Oh. I can't take either one of y'all tonight.
First off,
I have to gather her.
hold up. Take. What do you say? Take the bass out.
Take the heat off.
Take the heat
Take the
off of
heat
it.
off of it.
Take the heat off of
I
it.
was just saying how it was as far as like the cruise, not were you a jigaboo or something. or what do you call that?
He was talent, he
I
said.
know. Were you talent?
Oh.
Or were you talent?
Don't get it fucked up. I'm talented at everything I
Or
do. For the new people who don't know what this is. Oh, he's talented.
Page
Oh,
turn.
come on, Pat. I mean, come on, Muhammad.
Mama speaks.
With my rice cake.
Okay, but no, I did
So how was it?
I did this gay cruise. It was 200 gay people from across the country, lesbians and men.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Well, no, they didn't book the entire ship for just us, but it was.
Oh, I thought
It
it
was-
was a Tom Joyner thing. I thought that's what I was imagining. Like, wow.
If you be quiet for 2 seconds, I'm gonna explain to you
She
what
don't
it
know
was.
how.
She just reclaiming my time, reclaiming my time, reclaiming my time. So anyway, it was a gay cruise, and it was 200 gay people from across the country.
He is crazy.
And what happened was Bishop Flunder, because it was a 7-day cruise, so she did like the church service on that Sunday. Not a church service, but it was like a spiritual service conversation. But she did like another workshop as well. I did a men's workshop, and so
What's on that agenda?
what do you mean? What do you mean? What was on my
I
agenda?
was just wondering on the men's workshop. What were the men working out? Continue.
She's an only child, huh?
No.
The
You-
youngest.
you're-
The youngest, though.
But you can continue.
You didn't get a lot of attention as a child, huh? Were you a latchkey kid? Were you neglected?
Can you continue with the gay
Oh, so
male crew?
now she want to hear
The gay male crew.
the gay male. I said it wasn't just gay men; it was lesbians on there as
Okay.
well.
I never seen that
The
skit
gay world tour. Can you cruise? Can
about
we
the gay
continue?
wedding that Killing Peel did. Oh, that shit was funny. I
But
have
no,
to show
but
y'all.
Terrence.
Well, my point in bringing it up is, Bishop Flunder said on that cruise, she said how gay people are the chosen people. That's what she said. And when I tell you she went up, I mean, she wasn't playing with y'all. Yeah, they talking about how shady you are.
They said you shady boots.
To Craig's audience.
It's a Craig's audience.
I'll be back. I'm not in rare form tonight, but I'll be on another podcast. And you guys will know.
You know you got the lowest rated podcast.
She was on the podcast School to Prison Pipeline. You know, the reviews came in. They didn't like you
They
on
said
there.
they didn't like
And I get two.
I'm not. Listen. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't be trying to come for them because I'm not saying it was these people.
And no, I'm not coming for them, but when I'm telling you,
Look. Her shoulder. Look. Her shoulders all heishing up now because she. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Look.
Please.
It's okay.
As you said, page turn.
Yeah, they said they didn't really like you.
Page turn.
Yeah, they said they didn't really like you on there.
Oh, Mary said she did.
Mary said.
Don't like you now.
They said we don't like her. Now see, I wouldn't have read that. He messed it. He had to read that out. They said her head all swinging.
Because I'm at home from a hard day, probably teaching your children. Yes, gather that.
You ain't teaching their children.
If they had some.
Some of them do have children, but they're not all in Georgia.
Okay.
What's up with that attitude on your shoulder? She got a little chip on her shoulder. She mad as fuck, Wisdom. She mad, Wisdom. She mad.
Don't come for you too.
Don't come for me.
Oh, she mad. Don't be taking it out on them children tomorrow at school either. She got elementary school students.
Because they don't listen to your podcast.
No, I'm saying don't you take that attitude in there with them tomorrow.
Oh, no, I'm good. But people don't have to like me. Okay?
Why is she
And
still
once-
talking about that though? Why is she still
once
talking about that?
people get that together and realize that people will be better if you didn't care what other people thought about you.
True.
That aren't paying your bills and not giving you not a dime. So some people that
Hey, girl, hey.
So some people listen to that podcast.
But she's still talking about it.
This is what you can do.
But look. But she's still talking about.
What you can do.
But look. But she's still talking about it because she's still talking about it. So you know she mad. You know she mad because she's still talking about it.
Cause see what I was.
Don't
told-
go in there messing up them little second graders.
No, it's third.
Third
See,
graders.
Don't go in there being mad with them
One
third
of
graders.
the highest scored, and I was teacher of the month. So my thing is, let the record reflect.
She get loud. She got something to prove.
On the podcast, I was keeping it real. And
Why is she still talking about the podcast?
Competition doesn't tell you what your tax dollars, whether you like to or not. If you are a homeowner, are paying for it.
Look. She's trying to gather y'all. She's trying to gather y'all.
So if you hate real, if you hate someone coming and keeping it real with you.
Wait a minute.
you're not being real with yourself.
What you not gonna do is try to get my people together. That's what you're not gonna do. You are not about to try to get my people together. You are not about to try to get my people together. That's what you're not about to do.
You was teacher of the day.
They say you teacher of the day.
Please.
Turn on the ceiling fan. You need to cool off. 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 You need to cool off because you get a little upset.
I got your teacher of the day.
Oh my god.
Somebody
said you was her.
Somebody said you were their favorite on that podcast because you kept it real.
See.
But he's an anomaly. He's the only one that said that.
Oh, well. It only takes one
She over there sweating and stuff.
It only takes one to believe. Hey, how many people drank the Kool-Aid with Jim Jones and they're all dead? Followers. Boop.
We don't know what she's talking
Marinate,
about.
marinate on that. Jim Jones. The 70s. New conversation. New topic.
Why is she upset? This might be my last time invited over here. This might be my. Y'all done got her riled up.
You're more than welcome, Craig.
They said, "Hey, Majorette DT with lime green undies on."
Oh yeah, I don't have lime green on today though.
Hey, girl.
That's
Hey.
what this podcast is turned into.
Blue.
That's
Hey,
what
girl.
I'm-
Hey.
I'll go back to my room
Really?
and we're showing draws.
Really?
Please.
Neil said I'm with you, girl, Dr. Neil.
Thank you.
Dr. Neil.
How are you, Neil? Neil, how is South Carolina treating
Well,
you?
here's one other person. She keeps it real. Somebody said I'm giving her a Facebook hug.
I don't need it. Thank you. You see, the other person wanted to sugarcoat.
Here she go. Here she go again. Here
She
she go.
sugarcoat that shit. I just saw someone today tear up a classroom. Now what? These kids is BD.
They beat
And
it.
they're gonna be tearing up a workplace. No, they're gonna be not in a workplace. They're gonna be tearing up your house, robbing it. Get with that. Catch those teas.
I can't.
Why is she so cantankerous?
Why
is she-
I'm appalled and
Why is she so cantankerous?
She's very cantankerous.
What? Oh my God! You're so angry. Who hurt you,
Angry.
girl? Who hurt you?
I'm about to go lay in my bed and watch something on Amazon Prime.
She's trying to act like she unbothered, but she looking very bothered. Girl, it's okay. You don't even know these people. Don't let these people rile you up.
You just said that you don't know.
This is there for them.
Don't let them rile you up.
Don't let them get you started.
Don't let them get you started. It's okay.
Wanna be starting something.
Got to be starting something.
I'm done.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
You got a cocktail? We can have a little cocktail.
I'm not drinking.
Oh,
I'm only doing H2O.
Your
city
2
punch.
gallons is still down there.
Because I have water at my...
She's supposed to be a vegan, y'all.
No, I'm not. I'm
Pescatarian.
Well, she was eating chicken the other day.
Uh-huh.
Right. You see, she didn't deny it.
She had to think about it.
Right.
I think I had trout.
Girl, didn't you have some chicken nuggets the other day from...
I don't recall. I don't recall.
She had so much to say a moment ago, but now she can't recall if she had some of them processed chicken wings from McDonald's. Chicken nuggets.
What else,
actually
does your
been doing
audience,
good.
what else does your audience have to say about me?
Y'all got something else y'all want to say about her?
Before she exits.
Before she leaves.
Stage left.
They said you shouldn't have anything to drink anyway because you're having an emotional moment.
I'm not emotional.
Well, girl, what do you call it? Girl, it went up 10 degrees in here.
Because the heater is in the hallway.
Get off the
Don't
chair.
be looking at me, Terrence.
So Terrence didn't even remember half of what happened the other night when he was drunk.
I never do.
What did you do?
Remember the girl he called and I told him not to call her because she was in California?
Oh, he called Christina.
Called Christina. He didn't even remember calling her.
And said what?
I don't know.
She
told
called
me I
him.
called her
She called him today and was like, what did Christina say?
What did you say to her?
I don't remember. She just said.
He
Craig,
don't-
She just remember Craig said, "Girl, get off the phone." You know how Craig talk. Hang up on his ass.
Hang up on him. Don't even answer. I told Christina, I said, girl, if you hang up now, you can go right back to sleep. Just hang up. She said, okay.
Sounded like a what?
A man. Christina is another one that was born a woman, but sounds heavy in the throat. She sounds heavy in the throat. Christina does sound heavy in the throat.
Should I call her?
Call her. Here's the proof. Get her on the line.
And hopefully, let me.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna remember the end, and I knew he was not going to the gym. Alicia said he was not going to the gym, and he was going to ask what was for breakfast, and that's exactly what you said. Here come Christina.
I love how you call her Christine.
Now listen to her voice.
Christina still mad she ain't did a podcast.
I know. I got to get her on the phone.
Hey, girl, hey.
Over here watching Queen Sugar.
Say it again.
I said I'm over here watching Queen Sugar.
If that ain't Barry White's little sister.
Hey, Christina.
We are here, Christina.
Hey, y'all.
We on Facebook Live. You are the caller of the evening. The lady.
No, the fuck I ain't.
Yes, the fuck you are.
Get your bleep machine out.
They better do what, Christina?
They bleep machine.
They better get their bleep machine out fucking with me.
Christina,
Yes.
when are you coming to do the podcast?
I don't know. I was asking what everybody was doing for Christmas, but Terrence going to Ohio to be boring.
You going to Ohio?
I was thinking about going home. Can I go home to see my parents for Christmas?
Right. But I'm just saying.
He don't even like his
Do
parents.
anything.
I love my parents.
I'll be here.
Well, what about Thanksgiving? You can't come for
I'll
Thanksgiving?
be here.
I could. Let me look up some tickets.
Go to Low Fare Calendar. Let me send you the link right now.
Okay, yes, low fare.
Look at her. Look, she want to get in on it. Look at her.
Christina,
Yeah.
I was telling Craig how I didn't remember that I called you. Remember earlier?
Yes, with your drunk ass.
I was not
With his drunk ass. Oh, you were drunk.
Oh, I might have been a little drunk. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the Low Fare Calendar for her.
Are you about to do it right now?
I'm gonna send her the link.
It's not gonna work.
Can you send me the link?
You can't text message and talk on the phone?
My phone, the internet be tripping sometimes. Is it allowed?
Well, I'll look it up. I'll look up low fare because I'm always trying to find me a cheap fare.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you how you do it. What you do is you go to Google, and
Wait, so I can't.
she all trying to be in on it. She trying to be all in on it.
You know,
I can't
Tiffany
be
all
privy
up
of
in the
information.
conversation.
You know what?
I'm not saying you can't be privy.
There.
I'm not. Come here. I'm not saying you can't be privy. Come here.
She just threw her pillow at me.
Come here. So look, Christina, you go to Google and you type in Low Fare Calendar, right? And then just hit enter, and then like a couple of links are gonna come up.
Because you didn't want me to get it.
He didn't want you to
I'm
get.
throwing the pillow again.
She's such a fucking only child.
Yes.
But yeah, so just Google Low Fare Calendar, hit enter, and then it should be like the top link. And it's not going to take you to the regular southwest.com. It's going to take you to a different portal.
Tell your viewers that too.
I told them before.
You ain't never told me. Now I feel like Tiffany.
I'm hanging up right now.
I know. But yeah, and so then like you just type in that, and then it'll show you like the cheapest flights by day, every day of the month.
Okay.
And then
Now, you know, I got a little snack, so.
you got a what?
You know, I got a little chocolate snack, so you know, I got a couple of options. But if that don't sound like it's.
Who you going to visit? That's a chocolate snack.
What you got, a little
I have a
piece
chocolate snack that lives around the corner.
from you?
Yes.
So what you saying? You're not gonna come out here for Thanksgiving because you got a little piece around the corner?
I mean, that's, you know, we gotta see. Give me a couple of days to see what the plans are.
He lives where?
I thought she was leaving the room. He lives around the corner.
From
Oh, in
LA.
Atlanta.
In
Oh.
LA.
Okay, well, go on, push through.
They said DT is not fun without no cocktails.
I know. I'm sorry.
Wait, is this my pillow too?
That's the one you just threw down.
Oh.
So basically, whether or not you come is gonna be
Based on
contingent-
some dick.
based on some dick.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
That's a man.
And so when
That's hot, Christina. Hey, girl. Hey.
The Hey Girl Hey T-shirts are available.
Okay, well, let me look though, so because I do want to come to Atlanta. I miss y'all.
I know. Can you come to Atlanta? The Hey Girl Hey T-shirts are
Okay.
available through the link up here.
All right,
okay?
Christina. Go. Wait, what did you think about Queen Sugar?
I'm watching. I just got done with the first episode.
You know,
after
she
they got
didn't
engaged.
realize it
I'm
came
watching
back
the one
on
where they
for the
found
second
out
half.
that their white mama was in town.
I'm so mad that.
Oh.
And then,
Wait, she caught up?
It knows that, what is it? This is us tripped me out with the brother.
At the end? Oh, my
I got
God.
into this.
Wait, with the brother at the end. What?
On This Is Us.
What happened at the end?
His brother. Oh. I don't know what
Whose brother?
The dad's brother.
What?
Oh yeah, what was that about?
It's obviously they have an uncle that's somewhere.
Right. Because he saw him in that picture with the military. Right.
And he was in the car with him when they was
Yeah,
killed.
when he got up in the back seat. Yeah.
I'm mad.
That's why I said I needed to watch that again.
Mad.
Oh, it
I'm
was
telling
good.
Sugar that a girl played.
No, she
The
didn't.
black guy. Why? He
No.
was a cute.
Oh wait, you talking about Nova?
Yes. What is? I'm mad. I'm like, I think I'm gonna stop watching it. That bothered me that much.
Oh.
You gonna stop watching it because the
I
character
need
took a different
break.
direction?
I'm like, why would you play him? He was such a nice guy, and you got mad. Like,
But I understood it now. Like when
I
I
understood
watched
it, too.
again.
she overreacted.
Because
She
she
could
already
talk
see
to
the
him.
signs in the beginning that he's trying to take her in a different direction.
Bitch, you ain't gonna be so funny.
Right. Like,
But that's who she is, though.
and I say all the time, you don't need a tangible reason to walk away from a relationship. Your instincts alone are enough.
Yeah, your instincts are.
No, but this is what
I
would
wish
say
I
at the-
would
at
know
the-
that more often.
At the end of the day, if you're not feeling the person, not feeling them. But I just feel like that was a simple, like that reason right there.
But she was feeling him. It was a matter of she
He was
knew
trying to control.
he was trying to make her somebody else.
Yeah.
He was
He
trying
didn't
to
really like her for who she was.
right. He
at
was
the
trying
end
to
of the day.
develop her to be something else. And she was like, I like where I'm going with my career.
I like where I live.
I like where I live. I'm not leaving Atlanta.
Louisiana.
What'd I say?
He said Atlanta. He lived in Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, she was just like her mom. She was wayward.
Yeah.
But remember, her mom. I'm trying to remember what the lady said. The mom pushed away him.
Yeah, she pushed him away.
She shouldn't have pushed him away.
But that's just who she was. And they were like,
And that's why he ended up
we knew
getting
he was
with
gonna
the
come.
wife.
We thought he knew she was coming back for him. Well, what he supposed to do? Sit around and wait for her to come back? No.
Yeah, at first,
I
felt
Nova's
like
gonna
Tiffany, but
regret it. I
then
think she's gonna regret it. I'm telling you.
Well, no. When the white man came back, I hope y'all watch Queen Sugar because we
I haven't
talking
seen
all
the
about it.
last episode.
You haven't?
the one that came on Wednesday.
Is that what they're talking
Yesterday.
about? Yeah.
Well, the white man came
That was
back
good.
that she was dating, and remember last
He was
season
a police officer or something?
he was a police officer.
Comes back on last episode.
So she's in the cafe talking to one of her friends,
And she
and he
almost
comes in.
melted.
She almost melted. I mean, her eyes watered.
Because I'm kind of new to Queen.
Well, the thing that ended on the last season was when they were in that little cafe dancing or whatever, and that white man spit in her face.
You haven't seen that.
Yeah.
That was the last episode of the last season. Well, nothing happened. They ended up leaving the
Yeah.
restaurant. He didn't like. He and the guy got into it
I
or
knew
whatever.
he had to come back because they did leave that open.
They just left it
Yeah,
hanging.
it was just like.
But I just think it's so funny how she's so freaking militant. I remember.
Well, let me tell you
But
what
no,
happened.
She resolves.
Right.
resolves
So
that part.
she sees him in this
I
little
feel like-
cafe.
Okay.
She tells him to call her later. Well, he doesn't call her. He shows up at the house.
Okay, that's great.
So he comes to the house, and I'm like, oh, damn, they about to get back together. And I just kind of felt like, I'm unapologetically black. I was like, damn, so she going to get back with the white guy? Like, she left this good black guy, and she going to go with this white guy? And so I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. So, but what ended up happening was they ended up having this conversation. And Nova said to the white guy, she said, because he got out on his knee and everything. He didn't propose, but he was just like, I'll do anything to have you back. Like, anything, just say it, and I'll do it. And so she said, for you, she said, for you, I'm freedom. But for me, you're prison. She said, that when I tell you that line was so
good.
powerful.
Last night episode. Was
Yes,
really
come in
good.
and sit down, Della. But she said,
Missed a lot.
yeah, you did miss a lot, but it's okay. I'll be right back. But the thing is, she said, because I'm an activist. She said, I live and die for my people. She said, and you can't understand it. She said, and I don't want to have to come home and not be able to talk about my frustration because you're locking up the very people that I'm trying to save. And yes, it was really, really powerful.
And then she said, and you never even asked.
She said, you never even ask about my
Yeah, you
day or
never
my
have,
work or what I
yeah.
do. You know what I mean?
Because he's like, I
Fucking
can't.
him, and you was okay with him not asking.
Okay, well, she grew up. She has some clarity. Can you?
But my question is, so then what ended up happening at the end?
She sent his ass on his way.
Yeah. That's going to end.
Della, I want to thank you for purchasing the
It was good, though.
You ordered a So Much to... No.
You know what she reminds me of?
You
I
ordered a
have
So
a
Much to
lot-
Say podcast shirt.
She
Thank you.
reminds me of the women that sometimes are a little too hard and they push everyone away.
And I think she's trying to
Which
find
is
that
not-
balance. I think she's trying to find that balance, right.
You have to allow someone to come in and you have to not, I would say conform, but you can't be like, this is my way or it's a highway. Because if you think about in our relationships, there's give and take. So you're not losing yourself all the time. You see what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do stuff that they might not necessarily want to do, or they might see certain ways that, if it's a real relationship. Because if two people are just whatever, then y'all not
Because
really
it's hard
together.
fusing two
Y'all-
lives.
Hey,
y'all-
girl,
y'all-
hey.
you guys aren't
Oh,
together.
Tarina, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and so like somebody said in here, he wasn't totally available to her.
The black man.
You talking about the
Yeah, they got to clarify that.
yeah, which man you talking about, Anthony? He said he wasn't available totally. That's why she is into him. She afraid of commitment.
I think so too. Because I feel like she thinks that she's going to lose herself.
I agree
Somebody
with
said-
that. I agree with that.
That's why I think she turned the black man away. Because let's back all the way up.
Well, somebody said Nova will be alone because she won't compromise.
And that's where I wanted. That's why I
Right.
was kind of turned off on her character. Yes, it is very, very true. But it's like, homegirl, you can still be who you want to be and be with someone and stop pushing everyone away. I'm not saying you need to get with the black guy. I'm not saying you need to get with the white guy, but damn.
Right, and so like Lakeisha said, she didn't acknowledge that about herself until she was being told, until Aunt Vi told her that's how her mom was.
I think she felt so bad.
But that was why she showed.
Man.
But that's why she showed up at his apartment. Remember, she went and used the key because she said, "I'm learning more about myself. I have some more pieces to the puzzle, and I'm tired of pushing you away."
But then what I was mad about after she did her rant, and then his ass got on the freaking plane and came down there. Fuck that. We're talking about being wetness. The wetness with a K. Boom.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, now come on, everyone makes mistakes because he did apologize, and so my thing is, when someone is willing to say that they're sorry, and to me that's genuine, because we're not gonna always.
Because you could tell he was aching, like you could tell he wanted her.
But what's gonna happen, and I hope they show it. They need to show it. I want him to get with someone else and to show it in front of her, not to you know what I'm saying, but for her to see him in passing in a relationship, maybe even married, and it's like, see,
another militant woman. That would be interesting.
I want them to show that because it's like you could have Nova, you could have had him. He apologized, he came back.
Well, haven't you ever pushed a guy away?
And that's why I'm speaking from experience. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so can Nova have her chance to learn? Then you have to learn.
Shit, but it's not gonna come back. Sometimes stuff don't come back.
So who did you push away?
Several men.
I think she was looking for a reason to leave
Tiffany
him.
does push away guys.
She was.
Because Tiffany is afraid of commitment too.
Yeah, I can tell you're afraid of a commitment, and I'm gonna tell you what I used to do.
Because Tiffany don't want to be married. She don't want kids.
I don't want kids. I didn't want to be married. Take off.
Girl, anybody trying to marry you?
She's had several
I'm just kidding.
guys.
Somebody said I like intellectual DT. So then somebody else said maybe she needs to be with a woman because you know she's sexually fluid.
I agree with that too. Yeah, she had a
Yes,
girlfriend.
she had a girlfriend.
I recently picked up on the show.
Girl, you need to go. So then you shouldn't even be trying to.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. It's on. I'm gonna watch season 1.
Girl, you shouldn't
You
even.
watch another season 1?
So how's she even contributing to the conversation? You don't even know the breadth of Nova.
The breath. Yes.
Okay.
She don't know what.
She don't even know the breadth of this character. You don't even know the dimensions.
The heartbeat.
Right.
Oh my god.
The lifeline of this character.
I don't think she's a lesbian. I just think she's afraid of commitment.
Well, she's not a lesbian. She's bisexual.
She's bisexual. There is a difference.
I think she is afraid of commitment because she thinks that she's going to lose herself if she gets involved with
I would
someone.
agree.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something.
That's why she pushes everyone away.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Craig does the same thing though. If y'all didn't know,
What do I do?
you push people away. You talk about it.
Wait a minute. Wait.
It's about him now. It's back on him.
Who do I push away?
Read the third book.
I don't want to say because I don't know.
Go ahead and say it. This is who I am. Go ahead and say it.
The dentist.
Oh yeah, that was 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
But you pushed him away.
I did push him away, and that's
we
like
talked about that.
he talking about in my first book, y'all. Words never spoken. But no, that's true.
Who
And
else has he pushed away?
I think he pushes a lot of people away.
Okay, name some recent.
Even the other guy.
Oh.
who?
The one who was in the magazine. Because I'm trying to be cold.
The one that was in the magazine.
The one who wrote for magazine.
I don't know.
I don't know his characters.
I
I
didn't-
don't know his character name in your book.
He talking about Jacob in the second book. No, he was on coke.
Oh, okay. He pushed himself away.
He pushed himself away. Good luck and good night. But look, but what I
the dentist.
But the
Talk
dentist,
about
yeah.
that.
So my thing is
Do
with
you
that.
think that's that was your soulmate?
Oh, I don't know if I'd go that deep,
But
but
do you think that you get a second soulmate?
I believe because there's 6 billion people in the world. What makes you think you that motherfucking special that you only the one bitch that somebody can fall for?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Or soulmate?
I didn't say that. This is what I said.
There's 6 billion people in the
No,
world.
This audience, podcast, family members, and friends. Is that what he says?
Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. You ain't never heard me say nothing about no family and friends.
Scholars and listeners. This is what I
Somebody
said.
said not soulmate.
This is what I said. This is what I said.
They don't believe in soulmate. Watch out. Say
Do y'all
that.
believe in soulmates?
Who said
Pan
that?
it back. This is what I was saying. I feel like a lot of times, and you can chime in, audience, you get a soulmate. You
I
might
agree.
not take it that time.
I believe everybody gets a chance to have love. I do.
They get a chance to have love, and then they might not take it. And then the next person that comes along, they just go with it. But their real love was that first person.
Somebody said, yes, you can have more than one
They ended
soulmate.
up loving the other person, but they were in love with the with the first person.
She act like
and
she
just
really
didn't
said something
materialize.
profound just there. She act like she really said something profound right there.
In love.
In love. But no, but what I'm saying to you is,
The face is like
when I was 27, I was in love with this guy.
Oh, Lakeisha.
And what happened was, I wasn't emotionally mature.
That's what I'm saying.
And so I believe that was the first time that I had ever really fallen in love. We had so many firsts. That was the first guy that I ever lived with, the first guy that I ever traveled with, the first guy that ever believed in what I was doing, so he put money behind the work that I was doing. Like, we had a lot of firsts. But I wasn't emotionally mature, and so when that love takes over you, it's almost like you don't know how to really handle that the first time. And so what happened was, I ended up sabotaging it. I sabotaged it in certain ways. Right. So what I believe happened was, when I look back, I'm like, oh wow, that was one of the ones that we could have had a really good run.
That's my question. So my question to you is,
wait a minute. So the last point that I'm going to say is, because of the heartbreak that I experienced from that situation, after him, I found myself in a pattern, and I write about this in the first book. It's a chapter called Patterns, and I write about how I started dating guys that I knew were below my standards, but it was guys that I knew I wouldn't fall for as hard as they would fall for me, because I didn't know if I could handle another heartbreak. So I was dating people that I knew would love me more than I would love them, because if the day would ever come that we went our separate ways, in my mind, I thought, oh, well, I'll be able to recover from this.
Because you were almost emotionally.
I was almost emotionally unavailable.
So with that first person that you were, in love with, and you realized that you just weren't ready, have you ever felt that feeling before with other people you've been with?
Have I felt it again?
That same feeling.
Yeah.
That exact same feeling.
I have.
Okay.
I have.
That's all
I felt it again. But you have to really make yourself available to get to that feeling again.
And I feel like, and that's,
You do.
and
You have to be open.
And that's
Yeah, you
what
got to
I'm
be
saying.
open.
I feel like I've had one person, I'll be honest, that I didn't have to make myself do it. It just happened. And like you said, I was not ready, because it was a piece of me that was still semi-scared from whatever had occurred. Not with that person, but I just was like, this seems a little too good. Sometimes you're like, this stuff seems too good to be true. Like something and there was other things going on in my life outside.
Let me help you. That's called a foreboding love, foreboding joy. It's like you question it and you doubt it, that it's really happening to you, that it's really possible.
This is going just so good.
Right, so you question, you're like, oh, this is too perfect. So then you start playing Inspector Gadget, and you start looking for shit that ain't there.
And I just feel like ever since then, I don't know if like the people like I get with, I still am not that like.
Yes, it's an overwhelming feeling, LaShayla.
Like you're still
Yeah,
a little.
It
bit,
is.
Yeah, I mean, and to
When
me,
you fall in love like that.
It's like euphoric. It's a very good feeling, but I feel like when new people come along, you're done with that relationship. Years have passed. You still have some type of guard. I feel like that you never would ever really fall that madly.
Well, I think that after you've had a heartbreak, you never love the same.
And that's where I'm going.
I think that it's possible to love,
Part of
Yeah,
you
but you're smart. You're wiser. There's a part of
vulnerability.
Yes.
like you.
it dies. A part of your vulnerability
That
dies.
innocence.
Yeah, that innocence dies. That naivete.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're-
yeah.
Where you go into it like, oh,
It's
bitch, whatever. This is about to be
not
it.
there. And I feel like I've had some friends, and I tell them, and I don't want to be mean. I'm like, well, you ain't never been in love.
Like I've been in love.
Pretty much. I'm like, if you can be like, I did this, and I'm like, no, because once you've fallen, everyone to me after that, you can find some great guys. You can be in love with them, but it's nothing like that first time.
Well, because I think what happens is you start to measure everybody that comes after that to that person,
Yeah,
and you
that's
can't do that.
standard.
See,
Yeah,
that's how you know you're not ready.
And to me,
That's how you know you're not ready,
and to me,
though.
they could be better than the other person. But for some reason, you still have like, I don't know if it's a guard, but it's like you're still kind of like, like how you said, well, I ain't gonna never let myself.
Celeste said, why y'all mashing my corn? I'm so guilty. But no, I think that when you start dating people after that person and you can't get to that place again because you keep comparing them, because I did that for a long time. I would compare to this guy that I dated 15, 17, however long ago it was now. And I was like, you know what? There's a way to have that person be the bar, but there's a way to have them be the bar, but not where you comparing everybody, where everybody has to you know what I'm saying, be like him. Mm-hmm. But he could set a standard, but they don't have to be like him.
But I mean, no, definitely. And you can definitely see, like, I mean, you different times and places because, you know, your age, you have different experience. But I still feel that with experience, sometimes it kind of taints you because.
Well, that means you're jaded.
And
some people are, though.
Some people are jaded. But see, I think that's
the truth.
that's
And I think
real.
people have to be honest with
I think that is very real.
Yeah.
But see, that's the
Because
work that
feel
you. But see, I think that's. But see, I think that when you're in
that.
that jaded space, I think that's the period where you need to remain single. You don't need to be dating. You need to get all of that infection out of your heart, right? Because that's when you have to do your work. You have to do the work, and you got to clear. Because that's not fair to the next person that comes along.
Not.
Why the fuck I got to deal with your bullshit? Because you can't open your heart up to me.
No, I'm not saying that you don't open your heart up.
Well, what the fuck
to
you
that,
saying?
But I just feel like deep inside, there's still kind of like a little piece where you're not.
Well, girl, then you haven't healed your heart. Sit the hell home and don't call my phone. Don't be talking about let's go out for dinner. Let's go.
But
No.
I think that happens with so many people, and they're
It
not
does.
honest.
And you know why?
Therapy is definitely necessary.
And you know what?
In just life in general, I think everybody should probably go see someone that's, you know.
But the thing too is, I
that's
think why
educated
people do
to
that
talk,
because
we all are broken.
But we are. But the thing is, people do it. They start dating even though they haven't healed because there's this idea that
To get
over somebody, you got to move on.
No.
You got to date some. You got to get up
Yeah,
under
I
somebody else. No, don't bring that dysfunctional shit to me. I need you to clear your heart out.
But see, what if I have a friend that what I don't like is that what she does. She'll break up. You know, like her relationships will end, but she gets with someone else and be like, and she's like, oh, we're in love. Oh, he's this, and that. I'll be looking like, girl, you just got out of something. Then I feel like you really don't even know what love is. Like, or to me, it's fake. Cause she's like, oh, he's this. I'm like, you just stopped talking to the other guy that you was talking about you wanted to marry and do that stuff with. Like, you're not really into this person. Some people like to just jump.
They
to
monkey
people.
bar from relationship to relationship.
Because they like to be with someone. And so,
Yeah, a serial monogamous.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me too.
That sucks.
After that same relationship that I was just talking about, after he and I broke up, I didn't go into a relationship for a while, but I dated and stuff like that. And you know how like you think that, or at least for me, I always think that a rebound is whatever comes right after you break up from a person. So say for instance, me and Terrence in a relationship and we break up today. And then the next person that I date like 2 months from now, he's going to be the rebound.
I used to think that too.
I used to think that too, but I'm going to tell you how I realized that it's not always the person that comes next in line. Because when me and that guy broke up in 2003, I dated several people after him. Didn't get into any relationships, but I dated several people after that. Ended up getting into a relationship with this guy down the line. And when I tell you, it wasn't until one day we got into an argument, that motherfucker said to me, you ain't never got over that motherfucker from before. And at this point, this was like 2 years before. And I was like, what are you talking about? I dated several people after him. You're thinking that, you know, right, that I was over it. But sometimes the rebound is 3 people down the line. It doesn't always come consecutively.
Well, let me say this. I have a flip story to that. So, with the rebound, I was dating this guy. Well, let me back up. I knew him. We never had anything sexual. It was nothing like, I think you're cute or anything like that. He was married when I knew him.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wait for the story. So he was married when I knew him. You know people in a group of friends. He's a friend of a friend. Then let's say years later, I ran into him at like a gathering, and he was a
waiter.
No, he was my I have these lesbian girlfriends.
Oh, you have lesbian friends?
Terrence knows I have plenty of
Yeah, well, you know, we're
people in the
colorful,
life.
yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
Have you ever dated a lesbian?
No.
You're the same person who just said a moment ago that you couldn't date a trans man.
Can I? Well, we know this man wasn't. Can I finish the story?
Okay, go
Let
ahead.
her finish like
So-
she let you finish.
No, she didn't let me finish. I just took my turn. I reclaimed my time.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Okay, go ahead.
So
When I say it's hot as hell in here,
take your sweatshirt off and them long johns.
this is not a long journey.
Whatever. Can I finish my story?
Finish
so,
the story. I'm just getting bored with the story.
He was cousins with my homegirl. Anyway, so make a long story short,
Because it's already very long.
Craig, stop.
I saw him at the barbecue. So I was like, oh hey, what's up with him?
At the
And my
barbecue.
friend was like, oh, you know, such and such he's going through his divorce, And I'm like, oh wow, this is years later.
Uh-huh.
And so we ended up hanging out, He ended up getting a divorce. He actually signed the papers. It was legit. And we started hanging out. And so he was really into me. And for the longest, I couldn't be into him because I was like, I thought I was the rebound.
Girl, that fan look a little wobbly up there.
it's
No,
safe.
leave it on. No, I don't know if it's safe.
Oh,
It looked like it's about to fall down. It's wobbling.
It did.
It's make. Be quiet. Listen to it. Shh,
I'm
listen.
nervous.
Shh.
It always does that.
Girl, that sounds dangerous.
It does sound
Just turn it
dangerous.
on.
You got homeowners insurance?
Yes, Allstate.
Okay, because
Allstate.
you got your policy number. Because if that fall down on me, I'm gonna be hurt. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna put this on you.
That shit.
It's like that. I don't know who did it, but it's been like
Did
that.
you put
for
that
years.
up there?
No, it's like that when I bought it.
It need to
9
be
years
tight.
ago.
Oh, when you bought the house.
Yeah.
It need to be tightened.
It's safe, guys.
No, it's not. No,
I
it's
have
not.
Allstate, so he will give
Right. LaShayla said we don't need to take the live to the hospital. I'll be sitting in Piedmont Hospital like this.
And while I'm holding it.
Right.
Grady more like it.
No.
Ow. But no,
So
I
you couldn't get
didn't-
into him.
And and that's a sad thing because he was a very,
He actually
very.
was a good guy.
He-
Oh, you knew him.
He was a nice guy about his business, but I felt like I was the rebound. So in my head, I was like, this dude just got out of something. We used to go to church together. We used to do all kind of stuff, travel, and I just could not because I was like, you're just with me because
But that was
you
your
just got out.
That was your fault.
That's what I'm saying. That was my hang up. So,
Because
like,
you don't know how long their marriage had been sour.
Exactly. I don't know how long that.
But she was
it
also
had
in
been
her
over.
20s too.
And yeah, but
But because I'm gonna tell you a story. My cousin Byron was dating this girl on and off for like 4 or 5 years, right? So it wasn't a consistent 4 or 5 years, but they would date for 3 years, maybe break up for whatever. So they dated for 4 or 5 years. And when he broke up with her, he ended up meeting the girl that he's married to now. And I remember saying to him, this was some years ago, I remember saying to him, and they're still married, I said, oh, she's a fool, because I was thinking exactly like you talking now. I said, oh, she's a fool. I said, because ain't no way in the world I'd have gotten no relationship with you after you came out of a 4 or 5 year relationship, because I would have thought that I was a rebound. And you know what he said to me? And I've never forgotten it. He said, but Craig, the difference is when you're in a relationship and you're not getting the things that you need, and you go into a relationship where you're getting everything that you wanted in that last one, you can move seamlessly into the next thing. And he is with that woman still to this day. They're married
and that's
now.
What I'm saying. And I feel like sometimes I think that people need to get rid of these stereotypes. Oh, you out of something, you the rebound, because it's just not all the time.
Right.
So it's not really a textbook on how.
And even like that bullshit about the way you get somebody is the way you're gonna lose them. Like, I don't really subscribe to all of that.
Now that I do subscribe to.
Why?
I've been messing with you while you have someone, and I know that I'm okay with it because that's happened to me.
No.
We're never going to ever materialize anything.
No, I don't mean like.
Now, not later on in life. I meet you next couple years later.
I guess I'll see you next lifetime.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like that. What I'm not saying like if you're dating somebody and they're in a relationship or they're married
You think
and
they
they
gonna
just
get out
and they
and
just
just
sneak
deal
in
with
with you.
you?
No. What I'm saying is, say for instance, like you're in a relationship, you're dating a guy who is married, for example, but they're separated, right? Let's say they're separated. Like, I think that it's. I won't sit there and think, oh well, he's gonna do the same thing to me. That's not necessarily true. If they're separated, even though they're not divorced, but if they're separated and they're they're just having to take the steps to finalize a divorce, I just think that sometimes,
See, and honestly, and that
like Alicia Keys and what's his name?
Well, what about what you call it? Because he cheated on her, Kevin Hart.
Who?
Supposedly, that's why everyone's not mad at him. Not mad at him, but everyone doesn't feel sorry for the new chick that he's got pregnant.
Well, no, they're saying
because
that
they said that he messed around with Tori on her, and
No.
they lied about it. So she's getting what she just got.
Well, no.
now.
They're saying that his current wife was cheating with Kevin when he was with Tori.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're not really
Well,
like.
girl, that ain't
oh.
what you really said, but I kind of figured that's what you were
But
trying
but
to
my-
say.
Let's get some.
Oh, let's get some wine. All right, now.
Let's get some.
You know I got.
We got some
gin.
wine.
Oh, you about to go get some gin?
No, because I'm trying to get my life together.
So somebody said, do you think it's okay to date somebody that's separated? I think if they're separated and they're actively...
No, that guy that I'm talking about, he was separated. He was going through a divorce.
Right, they were going through the divorce.
But you can tell because we would go to the house. Both of them weren't living there. Like I was with him through the divorce. Now they ended up signing the papers soon. But so to me, you have to do a time limit because you can kind of gauge. Now I'm not saying string this stuff out for years or a year. He got a divorce in a couple of months.
Right. No, I think you just kind of... cheers. I think
Tiffany, you got.
Oh, God.
Well,
Cheers.
Cheers. To love.
And relationships.
And relationships.
Oh, they don't have flutes over here, LaShayla. I said I'm not at my house.
We do. I like stemless, though.
You know how you go over your grandmother's house and they don't really have the stuff that y'all got at your house?
You stupid. Who you on the phone with, Tiffany?
You know how you go to a relative house and it's like, you know, they don't really have hot water and stuff, but you go because you like to, you know, to hang out.
Shut up. And DT just moved here.
Okay.
Out of my place.
Yeah, he just in transition, that's all.
Because DT trying to buy a house.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. This your cousin house that you come to and their kitchen cabinets don't be, you know, closing and stuff.
He's so silly. But relationship can be complex.
Relationships can be complicated.
It's two beings that are had two different walks of life. Like what were we
Right.
watching? Oh, Black Love. When they were like,
y'all got to
in my
see that show
house,
Black Love. If y'all haven't
the
seen
way I
Black Love,
grew up, it's totally different than how you grew up.
Right.
So it's gonna be
you're trying to join two people
Yeah.
together who have different experiences.
different. Everything.
And I mean, I think that's really kind of how I fell into that relationship with the married guy. Like, it really was not my intention to ever date. Cause like I've never like dated somebody that I knew was in a relationship and shit like that. Cabinets not on the hinges. Correct. You picking up what I'm putting down, Della. But my thing is, it's like with him, with the guy that I dated that was married, he kept talking about how he was leaving. And see, the thing is, they were still married. They weren't separated, but he was working out of the country. And so they weren't even talking like on the phone consistently. Patrice, that's in my second book. What are you talking about? It's in One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure. And so they were in different countries, and he was saying that to me that he knew he was gay and he shouldn't have gotten married, and that he was going to leave her, and you know he realized that he wanted to be in a relationship with a man, and you know this, that, and the third. And so I was there, and part of it was because we weren't in the same country because he was working overseas.
He was married to a woman.
Yeah, he was married to a woman.
Oh, she needs a second book.
Girl, do you have the second book? And so I just didn't really feel like the emotions would take over me because, like I said, he was in another country. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that you can manage the feelings. You think you can kind of control what's happening and that you're not going to fall for something. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's easy to fall into that situation. Look, everybody talking about, well, I dated somebody married. Well, I've dated somebody married on accident. Girl, that wasn't no accident.
I think it can be an accident.
I like her with that short hair right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they went back. This is 2002.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the guy that I dated. Girl, only thing I'm gonna tell you is that he was in a 10-year relationship with a man. That relationship ended. He ended up getting married to this girl, and
Felt like that was the right.
because he felt like that was the right thing to do. I really do believe that he did it. I hate when they put Bonnie in that long wig.
You had a colorful life.
Yes, I have had a colorful life, yes. And so I really feel like he married her because, you know, his family expected him and all this other stuff. So,
Then they brought him back, Sam.
oh, what a flashback.
Yeah, this was
So he ended up, found out after he died. What? Oh, you found out the man was married after he died? Godfrey said marriage and divorce are public record. How you doing? I know, we really do need a podcast. Hold this, Terrence. I gotta go to the bathroom. You can't hold it while I go to the bathroom? Yeah, we watching, well, it's kind of watching us. How to Get Away with Murder.
How'd you find this plug?
Oh, it was on the bed when I first came in. Huh?
I'm going right on you. How you just seriously, Craig, the writer Stewart? And she got all these marks on her door. Malin. What is it, Malin Allen? Did I ask that the other day, Craig? Craig can't hear me. Oh, Jesus, you left me here by myself. Oh. Carla, did you get your items? Your t-shirts? Do. Wash your hands. I'm wonderful. How about yourself? I'm a little sleepy tonight. But Craig came over here and ambushed me. You're so sweet. All of you guys are sweet. There you go. Here.
They said, hey, DT.
DT chill tonight.
Okay. Ooh. All right, well, I guess we done talking, huh?
She's so pretty.
She is pretty. We're watching How to Get Away with Murder.
That little thing work appropriate though.
Mm-mm. All right, well, you guys have an amazing night. I'll see. Lakeisha said we got her in her feelings. We got
I know
her.
it was a different tone tonight.
It was a different tone.
I mean, it started off
Cutting up about Janet Mock and shit.
and Tiffany.
And Tiffany getting all disgruntled.
Ooh, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She was serious too.
She was definitely serious. Y'all hurt her feelings.
They
Y'all hurt her feelings. We gonna call her Tish. Tissue paper feelings. Hey, Tish. Hey, Tish.
Oh, they said this is the cliffhanger.
This is the...
Oh.
Well, y'all not saying anything. I thought y'all were done talking.
No, it could be the cliffhanger, and then you can end part 2.
Good night, Edith. So remember the... Thank you. She said we gave enough the other night. Same time, same bad station.
Oh, my God. The other night.
So listen, the launch party for the new book is December 7th. I'm just reminding you guys, December 7th at 7, 2017. You can pre-order the book, the new book. The link is up there. You can purchase the old books, the first 2 books up there. The Hey Girl Hey t-shirts are up
part
there.
2. We'll do a part 2.
Yes, we'll do a part 2.
Maybe tomorrow evening. And
Right,
we
what's
can
tomorrow?
enjoy. We can have a little light nage.
We'll have a little light nage.
What's Asha doing? That would be fun.
Oh, that would be fun. Okay, I'm going to try to get somebody else. I'm going to try to have a little round table conversation.
Not too many people.
Oh, they booked their airfare today. Oh, they not playing.
Not too many people, though.
Mm-mm. I'm thinking like 4 or 5 of us. Mm-hmm. We'll do it at my house.
The right people, though.
Y'all watch what? Wait. What you watch again today, Carolyn? Oh, wait, no, I think she going out of town. I think Asha going out of town. That's why we were trying to get together yesterday.
And then Craig is going out of town Monday. He's leaving me for 7 days.
Thank you, Della. I saw your order come through for the So Much to Say podcast shirt. I appreciate it. Yeah, Monday I'm going out of town. I fly out of town, and my flight is actually at 9 p.m., so I'm going to go on earlier.
He by himself.
Oh, they said they looked at you cutting up drunk again. They looked at it twice.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yes, LaShayla. I don't know if you listened to the podcast where I did about dating and social media. The show is called Dating in a Social Media Kind of Age.
That was Danielle.
That was with Danielle. People still message me about that one. So that is there. But I definitely want to have a roundtable conversation. Yeah, Bianca, I saw your picture. I posted it on my Facebook. All right, so and I'm trying to work on one about divorce, a podcast about divorce. But no, I'm gonna put together some people. We can get together and sit around and talk. Tell my DT gonna have to go. But yeah, so Monday I'm gonna go live earlier because I'm gonna be flying at 9:00.
Oh, hell no.
What? My flight
So
is
you
at 8.
taking a day off?
No, I'm gonna go.
from
I'm
the
gonna go.
people?
I'm gonna go early. I'm gonna do it earlier.
What you gonna do, 8 to 9?
No, 8:00. I'm gonna be in the airport.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to do it in the airport.
No, I'm gonna do it earlier in the day.
You and your mama.
Yeah, Gladys.
Traveling.
Gladys will be with me. Thank you, Della. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the airport. And then I'll see Charles Quamina on Tuesday, so we'll be together, on here. I'm gonna see Ray Mel. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She said she married a guy that she met on MySpace, and now they're divorced.
Bianca lives in Atlanta?
I do take video calls when we live. Oh, you gonna supply the liquor, Bianca? Bianca ain't in Atlanta.
Oh.
Listen, I've been trying to do that with you guys. I guess I haven't said it lately, but I was like, okay, who has a question?
Yes,
Who needs?
SP.
What's SP?
Side piece.
No.
I do remember that. That's the only thing I remember.
Carolyn, I hate you. But wait, no,
I
seriously.
let him go to see his other bitch. Look, how you doing? He awake?
He revving up. He revving up. Okay, look. Okay, so we'll do this. Before I get up here, who has a question or some advice and you want to call in now? Send a request now if you got a question or some advice, or you want to, whatever. Come on, call. Okay. Send that request down at the bottom. And then I'll get off.
You should only do one.
Yeah, I'm going to do one. They say, here comes DT. Oh, my God. Nobody has a question or... LaShayla, come in, call in. You said you were married to a man that you met on MySpace.
Whoa. It didn't say MySpace.
She did say MySpace.
Ooh. That's dangerous.
That I met on MySpace.
Oh. MySpace. Did you have a MySpace?
I did, but I didn't really use it.
What about Black Planet? You wasn't, because you wasn't in college then. You were.
I was out of college. That was like the first.
See, I was still in college when MySpace, so it was
Right.
like a thing
That was
for
a
us
thing,
to-
yeah.
for us to do.
I had BGC, Black Gay Chat.
Hi. How you doing?
How you doing?
Now MySpace
How you doing?
1995.
I guess nobody has a question.
And wasn't it Black Planet too?
Black Planet. Now you got Black People Meet.
Black Planet was hot though.
But I got a homegirl that I went to college
She
with.
said it's too complicated. It might take too long.
Oh, okay. When I tell you, I got a homegirl from college that, and I'm really saying this to the gay people in here, because a lot of times gay people think that only gay people hook up from like online.
A couple doing it raw. Second one went to raw. What? Oh.
Wait a minute, Edith. What?
Edith.
Edith, hit that button down there.
Edith.
But what I was gonna say was, a lot of times, like gay people seem to think that
You might need to lay back again.
Gay
'Cause
folk.
You look uncomfortable.
I know. A lot of times gay folks seem
You
like.
have to get me in it.
A lot of times gay people think that we're the only ones that meet people online and hook up. And I've always said to people who think that or say that, you obviously think that because you don't have a balance of straight and gay friends, because I know enough straight people that I know better. I know that they do it just like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because I got a homegirl who used to meet men on Match.com. She'd meet them to fuck, and then she'd move on to the next one. Like she was just kind of going through this little phase.
And they do it on Craigslist.
And they do it on Craigslist. So, you know what I mean? That's just a people thing. That's not, that has nothing to do with, sexuality. Edith, what you talking about? Call down here. Tell me what you, wait.
Send her a request.
Let me send you a request.
I watched The Good Doctor the other day. It wasn't bad. But, I don't know. I think I'm over doctor shows. Even though I just said I was going
I can't.
to watch ER.
Edith, I can't send you a request because we're not Facebook friends.
Aww.
LaShayla tell me she got a bad cold and her voice is gone. Girl, you sound like a man. That's what it is. You don't.
Sound like a man.
We didn't sat here and talk about all these women.
But she was the main one.
She the main one. Sound like Barry White. Edith, call me now. Can't you call me right here? I need you to tell me what you're talking about.
Cindy don't want her. You want to split hers?
Yeah. I need someone to call. What she said? I'm scared to meet anyone on social media. I ain't scared to meet anybody on social media, but you just got to be careful because Yes, I'm still live. I was about to get off of here.
Well, did they know that used to be your thing in your past? You talk about that to them, right?
Yeah, I've talked about that. Yeah, it's in the book. Like,
Remember that one day when I found out and I was like,
when you found out what?
that you used to like, that was like.
I used to meet the boys online and
that
fuck
was your
them.
addiction. Remember, I was like, so were you just like, come get it?
Baby, they will come to my house. I'll be standing there with just a towel on.
Oh.
And I wasn't doing it every day, but it was definitely it was
Yeah, I think it was. Well, dang,
it was
so
definitely a
funny.
vice.
You were like, you want some? You want?
Edith, what's your question? She's asking something about a threesome.
Trey.
Well, listen, my mom's girlfriend, one of my mom's friends, she met a man online. Yes, freak. She met this man online, and they ended up getting married. And what happened was, well into their marriage, he was still meeting. Edith, you hit the little button down at the bottom. I don't know if you're on your phone or what you're on, but it looks like a person, and there's a plus symbol right down there. You got to hit that. And so she was married to this guy, and it became a problem in their marriage because he was still online meeting people. So I think he was addicted to, being online and like meeting people. Like where with me, oh, here go LaShayla.
Like with,
Carolyn said, I'm trying to pick out what she's putting down.
like with you can finish until she come in.
Yeah, so like with me, I don't think that I was addicted to sex. I was addicted to actually getting online. Hey there.
Hey. My
So,
voice is almost
now
gone. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So you met your ex-husband on MySpace.
Yes, like when I was 21, I had MySpace for maybe 2 months.
Uh-huh.
And
He snatched you up.
I think within a year I got married to him. I mean, we stayed together for 6 years. I moved to North Dakota and everything. And I
Where are
had
you now?
I'm back in Athens, Georgia now.
Okay.
But
So you moved to North Dakota.
yeah, I moved to North Dakota for 6 years.
So what happened? Like, why did you get a divorce?
Our marriage wasn't great. Like when you meet somebody online, you get that image that they are great. And he was in the military and everything. And I just started finding out little things about him, but I kept on ignoring the signs of it. So after we got married, I ended up having my son. And you kind of at some point get tired of dealing with it. So I stressed out and my hair started falling out and I was just stressed up going to talk to someone about it. And then I ended up leaving maybe 2 years ago. So I've been back here 2 years.
Okay. And see, to your point about the whole online thing, when you meet people, I personally think I'm in a space where I think that it is possible to meet a person online. It can be a viable place to meet a person online, to date, or to even network, whether it's like social media or whatever, where you're just networking and connecting with people. But I think that sometimes we misuse it. Sometimes we misuse social media. And I think that when we meet people online, we have this idea of who we think they are based on their pictures, based on them typing. Because before you get to the point where you're actually on the phone with them, there's a period where you're just typing and you're just looking at their pictures and stuff like that. So you formulate this idea of who you think they are, even down to like what you think their voice looks like. You understand?
Yep.
And so it's not just that they present their best self to you. You create this character in your mind too. Yeah, it's like reading a book. It's like when we could read the same book. But I'm gonna imagine the people very different from you. You know what I'm saying? I'm imagining what they look like. I'm imagining what they sound like. So it's the same kind of thing.
But I don't think it's just the social media aspect. I think in general, even you and I might know each other for so many years, but I'm constantly going to continue learning stuff about
Yeah. You always learn people.
Yeah. Like even my mom, you ain't
You ain't even know me.
just not me.
You just now meeting me. That's a line from Lauryn Hill's Unplugged.
I think we just never know people in general. Like, we're always constantly learning new things about them.
Always learning new people. So, I mean, it really becomes a thing of, did he misrepresent himself? Like, once you got at the surface of it, like once you got past like the person that he presented himself to be and the person that you anticipated who he was before y'all met and all that stuff, like at the belly of it, was he somebody that you loved and cared about, or was that somebody that you could see yourself with? Because I've literally dated people, not like from social media or anything like that, but I've dated people and fallen in love with people that I didn't even like.
Yeah.
Like people that
I mean, you kind of try to push it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know that it's not there, but you're still trying to push it, and God is giving you all these signs that, okay, it's not working. But you still gonna push it because you want to be in love with that person. And I kept trying to push it, and then I finally was like, you know what? I want to be happy. So.
And I think it goes back to what you were just saying about Nova on Queen Sugar. Like she knew from the gate that this guy wasn't the one. I saw. Look, he on the app on How to Get Away with Murder. But I think that like with Nova, she realized that this guy was not the one, the black guy. And
you have to go with those gut instincts.
You have to go with your gut instincts. You really do have to go with your gut instincts. And I think sometimes we talk ourselves out of our instincts. Yeah. And not just with relationships. Not even just with relationships. I'm talking about like with your job, like with decisions, like life decisions, period. Because I remember like working like certain jobs, going to the job every day, hating the job, absolutely hating the job, and knowing I gotta leave this job, and because I didn't actually act on that, I either lost the job, like I got fired from the job, or something happened with the job, and I wasn't prepared financially to be without that job. And I think that sometimes when you trust your instincts, in those instances, if I had left those jobs before getting pushed out, I would have been in a better position to be prepared to, you know what I mean, to like fend for myself.
Yeah. And I mean, it comes from a deeper within thing. Like, if you don't love yourself at the time and you're trying to find love somewhere, you accept it in any direction where it's coming at the same time. So at the time, I didn't know how to love anybody because he was kind of like the first person I tried to love, because I'm one of those people that I just shut down. You know, I'll talk to you, but I have a limit. And if you try to cross that limit, it's like, okay, I'm not talking to you anymore because I don't want to have those feelings.
Right.
That kind of goes back to when we were talking about the overwhelming feeling, like it's too much for you to take in. So you just try to remove yourself from that situation. So it was a lot. It was a lot. But I mean,
you know, and my thing is, go ahead.
I mean, getting married is a lot. Marriage is a lot. People think that it's just a ring, and it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my challenge now is trusting my instincts, but not allowing fear to keep me from loving. Because I think sometimes that line becomes so blurred between where your instincts is trying to tell you something and where fear is just kind of creeping in. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can be in a situation where you're just kind of pulling back because you're just afraid of the vulnerability that comes with it. But sometimes it really is your instincts telling you, you need to back out of this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've literally talked myself into situations before. Because I like my instincts will be telling me stuff. And I'm like, nah, that ain't really that, Craig. You're just looking for a reason to run. Stop running.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then you end up staying in a situation that really isn't good for you.
Yeah.
So that's my moving forward, is trying to figure out, trying to really be still enough and really pay attention to my life, you know, and the choices that I make.
I think I'm learning that now, since I haven't been separated that long. But when I did get out of that, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I shut down. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was like, it was like hitting a brick wall trying to talk to me.
Are you dating now?
I'm not dating now. I'm talking. I'm opening up to talking now, finally. But it took me a long time because after being with somebody for a long time, I didn't jump into talking to other people. So
I've always been like,
it's like brand new when you jumping back out there again because you know it's so much stuff going on now, and a lot of people aren't looking for anything real. Most people. It's kind of hard dating, and a lot of people just want to jump at you and sleep with you, and you not on that level yet. So it's a lot of people you just kick to the curb.
dating is definitely a challenge. I mean, dating is so different now. It really is different, and I think part of it is because of social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Social media gives this false illusion that there's so many options out there. You know what I'm saying? That because it makes the world feel so much closer together.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's like, well, I don't really have to pay attention to this person right here because there's somebody else that I can chat with right over here. You know what I mean? It just makes you feel like you have so many options. You know, so even though there's a lot of quantity, there's not a lot of quality.
And people can tell you anything.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
can tell you anything, but a lot of people fall for it. You have to have a strong mind not to fall for it.
Right.
But there's a lot of
Malin,
people.
you said you had a question?
Mm-hmm.
Malin said he has a question. He wants to ask a question. Malin, do you want to call in or are you going to type your question down here? Somebody say, well, you don't stop living because one situation. You still live and just know what it is that you want from the next person. Yeah.
It's true, but it's just like easier said than done.
Right.
Once again, like I said, y'all can be hurt.
Right. And
everybody deals with things totally different.
What would you tell the viewers that may be lost like you were? What do you mean when you say lost? Tell me what you mean. Yes, and you can't get inflections in people's voice. But yes, like when you're talking to somebody on social media, yeah, you can't get inflections, you can't get the tone, the texture in their voice. So like you imagine all of that. You create all of that in your own mind. And so you create this character. And so you basically build them up to be this expectation in something that they're really not. And so then when you put that up against the actual person, you're like, well, wait a minute, this ain't who you, it's a disappointment. And you're like, well, this isn't who you present yourself to be. Sometimes they do misrepresent themselves, but sometimes it's not that they misrepresented themselves. It's that you created this character in your head. And then when you get with them, you're like, this ain't who I thought this was. You know what I mean?
You think they're perfect, in a sense.
Yeah, it becomes that.
Yeah, it's different when you date in social media. It's a tricky thing. So I feel like social media is not the right thing to do if you're really trying to date someone. So to me, I wouldn't do it again. I mean, not that my son's father is a bad person. My son's father is a good person. We probably just wasn't meant for each other in a sense.
Right.
I mean, because we still communicate just fine. We communicate great. But
what if it's this? What if it's not that you weren't good for each other? What if you just had a great run? What if it lasted as long as it was supposed to last? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to get myself in the practice of saying, well, because you know how like sometimes when you date somebody and it doesn't last as long as we anticipate, sometimes it could be 3 years, sometimes it's 3 months, and we all upset about it. But the reality is all love isn't intended to be a forever kind of love. So what if it was only supposed to be the 6 years that you were married? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you got all of the lessons that you were supposed to get out of that. He got all of the lessons he was supposed to get out of that. You guys had a son. And then that's it. And like I said earlier in the video, there's 6 billion people in the world. Exactly. He was only supposed to get a fraction of your life.
Exactly.
He was only supposed to get a fraction of your life. And so now it's time for you to process those lessons, which is the space that you're in now. And then later on, you move on to your next lesson, which is another person. And that one could last 10 years. But then after 10 years, that one could end. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always try to tell people, don't regret or feel like, oh, wow, I shouldn't have put all my feelings or energy into that. No, you give your best.
But a lot of people stay in unhappy relationships also because of the fear of, okay, I created this whole story to people, and social media is bad at that too, because you're always posting something good about your relationship. And then when everything goes sour, everybody's like, oh, what happened? And it's not always like
Right.
that. You know, like you don't have to tell everything in your life because of the fact that
Right.
everything is not going to be great in a relationship. I don't think
No.
it's good when you have communication in a relationship. And me and him didn't have a good communication at all.
Right.
So,
And I'm gonna tell you what a friend of mine told me years ago. A friend of mine said to me years ago, for every one thing that you've learned about him, there are 3 things you can learn about yourself.
exactly.
For every one thing that you learn about him, there are 3 things you can learn about yourself.
Like that whole finger pointing.
Right. And so so that speaks to the whole finger pointing that we typically do. It's like, well, he wasn't this and he didn't do this right. But for every one thing that you've learned about him, there are 3 things that you can learn about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I have to tell myself that when I look back at my experiences. It's like, okay, excuse me, yeah, you can point out how they didn't measure up, but what are some of the things that you could have done better? Like I was saying earlier, I wasn't emotionally mature in that relationship that I had 12, 15 years ago, whatever it was. But like I was saying earlier, somebody was trying to call my phone, sorry. But like I was saying earlier, if I was a different person back then, if I was the person that I am now, like emotionally mature and I'm really clear about my feelings and can articulate my feelings, because back then I didn't do that. Like I'd be upset with him about something, and instead of me communicating it to him and saying to him, listen, it bothered me when you did this. But see, it takes a level of vulnerability and emotional maturity to say, listen, you hurt my feelings when you did that, or when you said that. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't emotionally mature. So instead, I would act out. I'd shut down, wouldn't talk. I'd walk around pissed off instead of just saying, listen.
Now you got all of this.
Right. So now you got all of this stuff built up. I've alienated him. And so then there's this thing, and you're just trying to figure out, like, well, so then it compounds into something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's like you're arguing more than you're trying to talk to anybody. So you just forget about the situation, but at the same time, you're still thinking about the situation.
Exactly.
And that's not fair to that other
person. And it's not fair to the other person. Yeah.
Because sometimes the things that I'm doing is just, that's who I am. But if you tell me that this is bothering you, then we can work it out.
Dang, I missed the part.
Girl, you missed it, girl. We didn't already drink it. You didn't come over here in time, so we went on and drank yours. This is not gin.
I sound like I'm not gonna go downstairs and drink the gin.
But yeah, but all right, well, I appreciate you calling.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right, well,
You on it for 2 hours.
it looks like it. All right, well, you guys have an amazing night.
Hello.
I think you guys are done. I'm just trying to look to see if any last comments coming through. But yeah, we'll be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Not here, but
not here.
Yeah, not here.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, Lakeisha.
Craig does that.
How would you know? We ain't never been in a relationship.
She's talking about arguing. We still in a relationship.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I read it.
She said some people are already waiting. They don't want to listen. They already have a response.
And you said Craig does that.
You do
and
that.
I said, how would you know that? Because we ain't in a relationship.
We've argued. How many times have we've fallen out? A lot.
No, you falling out.
We have.
Oh, let me tell y'all this story. No, you falling out. No. I got another story. So he didn't dug this story up out of me now.
Oh, that's what I did.
First of all, what I was gonna say, Lakeisha, is sometimes it's best not to try to have a conversation. Sometimes it's just too heated. It's too hot. So sometimes the best thing is to write it down. I don't mean a text message. Sometimes you might need to just write it out, or even type it in a full email and actually talk about, because that gives the person the opportunity to hear everything that you have to say. And it gives you the opportunity to say everything you want to say without being interrupted. Now,
He said,
don't point that finger in my
he
face.
he said, we falling out. No,
but I was
we've
saying,
never fallen out. You falling out.
You
okay, we got past that and we didn't agree on that. But
yeah,
you,
we don't. We're not gonna.
But you have fallen out. I have never fallen out with you. So what happened was back in
it's been several times.
I was just gonna give him one. But each time you were the reason. Now I ain't had nothing to do with that.
But I can communicate my feelings.
Yeah, you do after you stop talking for 2-3 months. So back in 4th of July.
That was 2 years ago.
No, that was this past 4th of July.
No, it wasn't.
It was so because
he didn't even live here this 4th of July.
It was this past 4th of July because when I went to the Essence Festival, you and I didn't even talk about
you
that.
talking about this one? That time.
Communication is our
Actually,
partner.
It was June.
I know. I said it was this past right because
you said 4th of July.
Because it was Memorial Day because we went to them people's barbecue with Taylor. It was Memorial Day.
That was last year.
No, it wasn't because 4th of July when I went down to Essence, you and I were not talking.
Yeah, because that was another time. What you about to say? We didn't go to no people's house this Memorial. That was last year. He's been gone. He ain't live with Taylor. Taylor was living with his roommate, the girl.
All right, well, why were you not talking this past summer then?
Because of you.
Well, what did I do?
The issue, you really want to go?
Go ahead. What, somebody asked him, when is DT's birthday? He's an Aquarius, right? Because I was
May 4th, 1976.
That's my birthday.
Exactly.
Because
you don't know mine.
Because I always
but
mix
you
up.
Don't know mine.
Because I always mix up Aquarius and Capricorn. Which is it?
I'm an Aquarius.
Go on and tell him why you stopped speaking this last time, and then I'm gonna tell him the time that I was talking about.
Well, the last time we weren't speaking.
No, that you weren't speaking. I was speaking. Go ahead.
No. You stopped speaking to me. But let me tell my version.
Yeah, you tell your version, and then I'm gonna clean it up with the truth.
To the story, right?
And I'm gonna clean it up with the truth. Go ahead.
So I was working like a slave, and you asked me, could I make some flyer for your podcast? And because I didn't get back to you in time, then we just never talked again.
No.
That is what happened.
Oh, you tried to clean that up. No.
That is what happened.
Now do you want to know what really happened?
That is what happened.
No.
And then I never heard from you. For months.
I don't want to interrupt. Are you finished? Because I don't want to be interrupted when I give y'all the truth. Go ahead.
I mean, we've had several. But it just makes us stronger.
No, don't try to clean it up now. So your story is...
The thing is with Craig, sometimes the person y'all follow is...
You tried it.
Craig, I feel like, well, you are technically an only child because you were raised by yourself. Craig is very all about himself. And yes, that's why you smiling.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And so when I'm not there for him, then it's just like, oh my God, well, I can figure out myself, That is you.
Are you done? Because now I'm ready to give them.
Craig never even asks. He never even cares what I do when I come around. You don't care. And what did I told you that, and you said that's such an ignorant thing for you to say to me.
Let me get down here.
But that's how I feel.
Well, I can't repudiate how you feel. If that's how you feel, then that's your experience with me. But that is not true that I don't ask you how you feel because, first of all, when your car was just in the shop, how many times did I say to you, oh, well, won't you call this mechanic instead of going to that guy? When you had your car towed all the way out there to damn Tucker, I said to you, why'd you tow it all the way out there? You didn't even call the guy that I suggested to. He's closer to town. So I'm always asking you stuff. First of all, with him, he doesn't like to open up about what's going on with him. He don't like that. So I have to pull shit out of him. So there is a period where sometimes I just don't feel like asking because I get tired of playing dentist. I'm not a dentist. I'm a writer. So sometimes it's like I got to pull teeth just for him to have a conversation. Like that time, like a couple years ago, I had a spasm in my back. And he had a rental car. I don't know what, but he had to take the rental car back to the airport.
Oh, for work.
For work.
Yeah.
And I had a spasm in my back. Like when I say I had a spasm, I could barely move. And like I couldn't even barely turn the steering wheel. But I said to him...
I am very private.
But I said to him, I will take you to the airport
Instead of him saying, well, hey, and I offered, he said, no. He kept saying he had a way there, knowing he had no way there. So that's what I'm saying. So,
You mean a way back?
Huh?
You mean a way back?
Right. I said he didn't have a way back. And so I kept saying, well, I can follow you to the airport. And I can he's like, no, don't worry about it. I got a way. And then the next day I asked him, he was like, well, no, I just took the train or however he got back. He ain't really had no way back. But here's what happened this last time that he talking about. He was, when I first started doing the podcast, he was doing the artwork that you see when I promote the podcast, the different episodes. What actually happened was Terrence had a cleaning service. What was it called?
I bought a franchise.
Overclean. Mm-hmm. It was called Overclean. And so I booked Overclean to come and clean my condo. Does this ring a bell?
I remember that part.
Oh, okay. So this is actually what happened. So simultaneous to him creating the artwork for the podcast, I had asked him to come and clean my condo. He had already told me how much he was going to charge me to come and clean it. He was just starting this franchise. So I said, okay, well, come on over. I'll pay you to clean my place. He was supposed to come the next day at 8 a.m. His ass ain't show up. So what happened was the night before, I called to confirm. And I didn't call, I text. He never responded. And then he going to send me some message saying, hey, I'm sorry. I really hate to cancel last minute, but I'm not going to be able to be there because I just got a lot on my plate. That's what the fuck happened.
Is that how it happened?
That's what
exactly.
Oh, I got the email.
Please do.
Oh, I got the email. And
I'm gonna let you tell your side.
No. That's not my side. That is B side. And so he never showed up for the cleaning. And so I was pissed off that how you having a business and I'm booking like I tell you all the time, I try to support black businesses as often as I can. If I had booked it with a white service, they would have called me or emailed me and let me know that if I hadn't reached out to him to confirm that he was coming the next day, he would have never said to me, oh, I'm not going to be there. His response was in response to my email. And so he didn't come. And so that was why I didn't say anything to him. But I wasn't mad where I didn't speak. He stopped speaking because he assumed that I was mad with him about it. And I just felt like I'm not about to reach out to him every time he thinks something is wrong because he the one that did it. Now, I'm going to tell you about the time before that he stopped speaking to me. Now, this is some bullshit, too. So this was, it was Memorial Day. We
2
went,
years ago.
It was, yeah, whenever it was. But it was Memorial Day. See, somebody said, that's not business, DT. You took advantage of a friendship. Wrong, DT. So before that, the time that he stopped speaking to me before that, he was invited to a barbecue. It was like a 4th of July or Memorial Day barbecue. He asked me if I wanted to come. I said, sure, I'll come.
It was 4th of July.
It was 4th of July. So I go to his house. I'm waiting at his house. The guy that invited him comes and picks us up. And then in the car was another guy, right? We're going to call him Alfred. So Alfred was in the car when his friend came and picked us up for the barbecue.
Alfred.
I almost said his name.
I'm glad you didn't.
So we drive to the barbecue. He and I sitting in the back seat. Alfred and the other friend are in the front. We get to the barbecue. Now, mind you, I ain't never met these other people before. I've never met any of these other people before.
You had met.
I knew the driver. I only knew the driver. I didn't know his cousins and all of them.
You didn't know those people. Okay.
Right. I knew none of
them. We were still
already. So anyway, so we get to the barbecue, right? So we get to the barbecue. I'm having a wonderful time. We having drinks. We're eating. People outside, people inside. So it's really hot. So eventually everybody comes inside. So at some point, everybody migrates to the living room. So I went to go in the living room to sit down, but there was nowhere to sit in the living room. There was nowhere at all in the living room to sit down. So I went and sat down in the dining room. There was nobody in the dining room. So the guy, Alfred, whom I had never met, comes and sits in the dining room too, right? So Alfred and I, we're sitting across the table from each other diagonally. So we're sitting across the table from each other, just chit-chatting. Like I said, I had never met him before, just chit-chatting. And I noticed like a couple, you know how the gays are. I noticed a couple of the gays kind of peeked in the room, saw us sitting in there, and then they went back to the living room. He over in the living room. So he gets wind that me and Alfred, or Alfred and I, are sitting in the dining room. So there's this assumption that me and Alfred trying to talk, like we trying to date or something's going on. Mind you, me and this motherfucker just friends. So even if I was trying to holler at Alfred, how are you going to be mad with me because of that? So anyway, so we just sitting in the dining room talking. He never comes to the room to see if anything is going on or anything like that. So it's time to leave the barbecue. So we getting in the car. This motherfucker gets in the back seat, turns his body like this. I'm sitting right there. He turns his body like this in the car. Like just completely ignoring me. He does not speak to me for the rest of the night, well into the summer. That was Memorial. You said it was Memorial Day?
It was 4th of July.
That was 4th of July. This motherfucker didn't speak to me till September. So
it might have been October.
It may have been October. So then wait a minute. So we get back to their house, not to his house, but we went back to the driver's house. He and the driver lived in the same complex at the time. So we get back to the driver's house because they love that show, Big Brother.
We was watching Big Brother.
So I remember everything. I'm telling you, this is exactly. I have written 2 books. I remember shit. So was the last one when you were supposed to come clean my house and you didn't show up.
That was not true.
That is exactly what happened.
Finish your story.
So we get back to the guy's house. Right? So they're about to watch Big Brother. So we all just kind of, they haven't even turned the TV on yet. I already know that he mad with me because he didn't turn his back to me in the car. So we get over to the guy's house. And so we just chit-chatting. Here he go. We're not going to be able to have all this talking because while the show is on, because we about to watch the show. I ignored his ass. I act like I didn't even hear him.
Y'all still on the podcast?
Yes, go.
So what ends up happening is they watch the show Big Brothers. I don't watch it. So my car is parked at his apartment, right? So right before we were about to leave the other guy's apartment, I said to the guy, I said, hey, can I use your restroom, please? He said, yeah, go up. It's upstairs, you know. So he showed me where the bathroom was. So I go up to the restroom. I'm up there peeing.
Urinating.
I'm urinating. I hear the guy whose apartment, I hear the guy say, because he about to leave. He ain't wait. Mind you, we were going to walk over to his apartment together because that's where my car was. I hear him about to leave. He said, all right, y'all, see y'all later. So the guy whose house we were in says, you're not going to wait for Craig? I'm upstairs. I got bionic hearing. This motherfucker says, he knows where I live. He knows how to get there.
I sure did. I did. This is accurate.
He did not. I know it's accurate. I don't add yeast to a story. Now, I don't mind telling when I'm wrong.
All right. I just said this is accurate.
This motherfucker, that was July. This motherfucker did not speak to me till September, October. Do you hear what I'm telling you? He ends up, I'm going to tell you how we started speaking.
I thought she was trying to talk to the guy.
he was salty because he thought I was trying to talk to the guy or the guy was trying to talk to me. And I'm just like, this is bananas. Like, are you serious? You would have thought that I was actually in a relationship with him and I was cheating on him, right? So wait a minute. So listen, the story gets better. Listen. Do you remember how we started speaking again? Or how he started speaking again? Because I didn't stop speaking. How did we start speaking? Do you remember that?
I don't. I think we were out. Weren't we at a
We started speaking again because I think I liked one of your pictures on your Instagram. I started liking a couple of your pictures. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, I liked some pictures on your Instagram. And so then you text me and said something like, I miss you, or something like that. So then I sent him a message. I sent him a text back and I said, oh, so now you want to send me a text because I liked a couple of your pictures on Instagram? And he said, you know I miss you. So then you ended up coming over to my house. He came over to my house. He didn't cry. Talking about He didn't cry, talking about how he missed me, how much he loved me, and he was just saying he just realized that he was in love with me, and when that happened, it really affected him.
Before then, I had no feelings for Craig. For you. I'm talking to them.
And he was just like, I had no idea that the feelings that I had were so intense until I saw you in that dining room. Until I saw you in the dining room talking to that guy that day. So it was just like, wow. And so
I didn't know how to handle that.
Right. He said, so I just needed to separate myself from you.
I needed a break. Because it was too much.
Right. So he said he needed a break. So,
but I know how when we do I know how to tell you.
Well, no.
You always say that.
Yeah, I always tell him that. Like he has a wonderful way of expressing his feelings, and like he'll have to step back, which is fine. He'll step back, and then he'll come back and say, okay, like he'll process it. He'll take the time to process it, and he'll come back, and we'll talk about it. And he was just like, I just want you to know that I want the best for you. And
I miss these things in love with you.
Oh my God.
And he was like, whoever you end up with is gonna be, what you say?
They're lucky.
They're gonna be lucky.
You're a great person.
See, thought you guys were a couple. I was like, no, they're just friends.
Yeah, we're just
Why are you
friends.
singing your words?
Because I always sing my words.
Because she's a valley girl.
Okay, I was saying that you're still there. You guys are just friends or you guys mess around?
Get your ass in the room.
Are we friends or do we mess around?
Just Craig gonna be like, every gay guy don't mess around. I'm a toxic leader.
Every gay guy does not mess around with his friends. We are friends.
What do you mean he was in love with you?
Oh my God. You missed the whole story.
No, I didn't.
Why are you eavesdropping? Aren't you on Delta trying to pick a flight?
He's counseling some things.
They said, oh my God, you're awesome. I wish I was open with my feelings.
Yeah, I am. But
it's a beautiful thing.
It took a while to be that way. But I do have to step back and process stuff. I know that about me.
Hello?
I have to really think about it.
You definitely need. So somebody said, even if it's
why you still alive.
Oh my God. Is it SP?
Yeah, I said it.
What's up, SP?
What's up, DT?
Side Craig, side
Don't introduce me like that, DT. Do not.
Oh, I'm now.
What's up, y'all? Why y'all still alive?
But no, I definitely.
Y'all been live for
I definitely know
3 hours.
And look, when I started doing these lives, I was only supposed to go in here for an hour. And they have bamboozled me into doing 2 hours sometime. And so when I was about to get off of here, probably 30, 45 minutes ago, somebody was like, well, you should take some questions. somebody might have advice. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Marquetta. Hey, girl, hey. But, yeah.
So do DT remember?
What you over there don't make it so weird?
No, I ain't got time.
Look, Tiffany needs a wig.
You need a wig, Tiff.
You have an Instagram page?
Oh, he does wig.
Instagram page?
Fox.
Yes, Bella Fox.
No, it's Fox
Bella
Q1.
Fox.
Fox.
What it? Bella Fox.
Fox Q1 for the wigs.
Fox Q, the number 1.
I'm going to Instagram you right now.
Yeah, she could use a little help.
Fox Q.
1. Ain't you a teacher?
I know.
Y'all been drinking and I haven't.
Right, so that's why you should be able to catch up. And this is who's teaching your children. We're in Atlanta too, Verena. We're in Atlanta. She's slow.
I just came to pop in real quick. I'm about to go to sleep. I only got 2 hours of sleep last night.
Verena, for the wigs, it's bellasfox.com.
Where my babies? My babies is inside their room, out of my face.
Somebody said I get a cute lace front for my next my birthday.
That's all I've been getting. Birthday orders. What's that?
Hey there in Memphis, Sharon.
Did you watch your Queen Sugar last night?
Baby.
Yeah, I watched it.
We talked about that earlier. When I tell you sugar is everything.
Mm-hmm. I just started watching it. I only started watching because of you. I just started watching like what, a month ago?
He got to say his Instagram
Say your website again. Somebody's asking again.
My Instagram for my wigs is FoxQ1. The hair page is Bella's Fox.
How much attitude?
My
FoxQ1.
No. I'm trying to make sure they hear me clearly. The website
all that attitude.
The website for the hair is www.bellasfox.com. That's BELLAS as in Sam, F as in Frank, OX.com.
Yes. What's up, Pennsylvania? What's up, New York, Memphis, Atlanta? We're in Atlanta.
So
I can't wait to get. What's the weather up there? Is it cold up there?
So cold, so cold, so cold. I didn't buy thick enough jackets for this fall.
Well, I'm gonna come up there with my little.
You know it's 11 o'clock. You got school in the morning.
Or is it time to go to bed, D2?
Why he talking about 50? He got to go teach kids in the morning too.
Or is it time for bed, D2?
At 7.
Time for y'all to go to bed?
Cold in Baltimore. What's up, Philly? Be more in the house. I'm from Baltimore. I'm flying there on Monday.
Hey, y'all.
What's the weather up there?
It's like 60 probably.
I have to bring me a little light jacket.
No, bring a heavy jacket.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, let me bring out my good coat. St. Louis, D.C. All right, people. Dallas, Texas. Airport signing in Dallas.
That hoodie would be nice to have right about now. Okay, I said the same thing.
You right about Carolyn, you right about that. I have some hey girl hey t-shirts and hoodies.
Can I get
the link is up?
Can I get a tracking number?
I ain't shipped it yet. I haven't shipped it yet. What's up, Houston? I was just in Houston. I have a lot of readers in Houston. The website is up there, CraigTheWriterStewart.com. All right, Quamina.
I'm about to go to sleep. I'm about to take a shower and everything. But I'll be down too. So I'll hit you up with a date later on tonight because I got to purchase my ticket.
Yes, yes. You coming for the book launch December 7th?
I might as well. Do that too. I'm coming down there twice before 2018.
Right, yeah. Don't book it because I need to send you the link to look for the flight where you go to look.
Okay.
Texas is definitely in the building. All right, so have a good night. You guys have an amazing night. Please be sure to check out the website, CraigTheWriterStewart.com and BellasFox.com. All right.